Hello, guys and dolls of YouTube land. Alexander Smith coming at you. Live meal call. What it was is I had a mail call and it's only just arrived in. So basically, I thought, well, see, since I haven't done a video for so long, I might as well do one because if I don't. Coin chunky, the rabbit. Uh, how you to coin junkie? Hold on a minute till I get the. I'm waiting for to see who else shows up. This is a bit stop the video. I'm alright. I'm so coin junkie. Stop the video. Do that part. Take that part. Put that in there. Right, that's me basically set up properly. See, that's the part you can't do. You got to do StreamYards, get the code, take the code off the email, put the code in, put yourself onto the panel, go live, go over to YouTube, stop the video run, stop the video running. So you kind of close the video down or stop the video, and then you take the pop-up chat. So you've got to do like two things, as in you got to do two things to actually do it properly. I don't understand why they just don't just do it all in one. But then StreamYards has nothing to do with, because he turned around and said that there's nothing to do with. They say it's nothing to do with the StreamYards has got nothing to do with YouTube. It's on a streaming app. It's not that I don't enjoy it, coin junkie. It's just the thing that I feel it's stupid, as in you have to do two things, so you have to put two things into one, so that you can interact with people. Because I don't like sitting in a panel, or me being on the panel talking to you guys and not having chat up, because it means then you think that I'm ignoring you, which I'm not. It's just because sometimes I'm like, well, why can't they just put it into one, so that you can open it up and that's it? Do it live, or go on in, do it live, press the button. It's like eBay. You got to do like, you used to have to do like 6 times continue button. So you had it 6 times. Why can't they just make it once or twice you hit it? I'm actually waiting for see if there's anybody else going to show up. Don't have a helper. Don't have anybody else to help me do it. I just got to do it myself. You just got to be. Some people just got to realise that you just got to be patient with, because sometimes I don't do a live for a long time, and then all of a sudden, and then I'm like, I'm backdated. I'm like, I'm backlogged, and I'm like, but this is a new that this one is a new mail call. So it's not an old one, but I'm backlogged since last year. Because you turn around and go, I'll do it tomorrow. You always say, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes and you go, I can't be bothered, dang me, I'll do it later. Never gets done. So you end up you're backlogged. And the reason why I do the mail calls is basically so that other channels then get recognised, because it's not as if I'm getting mail calls for just one channel. I might be getting mail calls for four or five different channels. Because a few times that I've got myself into wee bitsy bother with saying things that I shouldn't say on YouTube, or in people's sound turn around and says to me, I'm supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to. And sometimes I'm a bit one of these people that sometimes I don't always know the reason why they're saying that, but they're telling me for my own good. So they're telling me for my own good, which I like. I like that when people tell you for your own good. It's not because they don't want you saying it. They're trying to tell you, look, I think you've got that just slightly out of context, or you shouldn't go there because you're not supposed to. Because there's you've got all these different rules and regulations on YouTube, and when you start a channel, you basically just go. You don't even read the rules and regulations and the terms, because you're talking about instead of just one page, you're talking about 4 or 5 pages or 6 pages of literature that you have to go through. And some people just go click, they just agree to it because they're like, well, I want to see how this works. I want to know why it works. And then that's when they turn around and click it. Just they click the button. Okay. I noticed there was another person there, but as in there was two, now there's only one. So I'm trying to work out, but then I know that Top Conquer's live to the moment. I know that. What's that? Is that 1922? I can't see that. Can't look if it's an 18 or a 19. Can't work that out. Sometimes I look at it and I go, I don't even know what it looks like. No, it's not 1922. I'm wrong. It's actually 1920. That's 1920. 1921. $1. So it is. No, because I thought I didn't want to go too. I didn't want to go too. I didn't want to go too late. Congratulations on all your wins over at Shibby's. Don't remember buying anything for I don't remember buying anything for Shibby. No Coin Junkie, Shibby. If there's stuff for Shibby, then I don't know about it. I don't know about it because I I've been over to Shibby. I've been over to Shibby's, but I've never actually done me. This is for a different. This is for a different place. I know who you've got mixed up. I know who you've got mixed up with. I know who you've got mixed up with. my other my friend, my friend Andrew. Aye, Andrew. No, Coin Junkie, don't be sorry, mate. We all get. No, I don't know. Hi ho. No, no, this is no. That I'm only doing milk call. Let me do. That's what I'm saying. Hi ho. Let me do one piece at. Let me do one piece at a time. I've, I've, I think I might have overcome. I think I might have over. I think I might have overcome. I think I might have overcome high ho the other the other problem. If I'm waiting for the next 7 days, buddy. I'm waiting for the next 7 days, buddy, to find out if I managed to get through the wangle because I was having problems of trying to because they came for another source. I am gonna do some of them, but I'm showing mail call. I'm doing one thing at doing one thing at a time. Hi ho. That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting at these guys. I'm just telling me, just let me, because it's like my nerves all break out and all the rest, and I'm going, am I saying things right and the thing me, and I don't want to put my, because I tend to put my feet right, I tend to put my feet right in it, not even realising that I'm doing it. No, this is mail call. What? Hi ho for the trips. The bell is stood up. If anybody's interested, as in email Joe Durbin. He does beautiful things. Aye, yep, Coin Junkie. That's a bell for Joe Durbin. Yep, that's Joe Durbin bell. Look at the quality of that. I'm impressed. I'm I'm overwhelmed. I was in tears earlier on. I think that is beautiful. I'm sure that handle. I'm sure that handles silver too. because I wouldn't put it past it that it's a silver teaspoon. It's a silver teaspoon. It's beautiful the way it's done because there's a full $1. There's $1 at the bottom, $1 at the bottom, and there's two half dollars as in between it. It's $2.50. It's made up with $2.50 and then a dollar at the bottom. Because the weird one's going to somebody else. That one's getting kept. That's not for sale. Kept. That's what I'm thinking. Hi ho. If it's sterling, then it's thingy. He's managing to, because a lot of the sterling stuff still lies over in Scotland or thingy as in the auction, and some of them it's like silver tea service, or they call it a silver tea service over here, and you see it in big chest boxes, like wooden boxes. People will just walk by. It. That's what I'm saying. I would, if I could get it cheap, if I could get them cheap enough, I would send Joe a whole load of silver spoons now. I know I've wanted one for a long time. I wanted one for a long time because I actually like that. I like the black velvet bag too. I want to keep it in good shape, but as I'm saying, I need to start sorting out the room, because the room is a total. I've got boxes lying over here, stuff lying over there. I've got stuff as in down my feet for packing material. All over the place. I need to start getting it together. That's what I'm saying. I only done so to show the mail call, because it is a big meal call. That's only just a couple of bits. I don't stop people coming on my panel. I never stop people coming on my panel because I love yous all. I wouldn't do that. I'm one of these. Hi Andrew. There's the other rascal in the chat. There's the other rascal in the chat. Because there's 1962. There's 1962 P's. That's what I'm saying. I want to open them at some point and take two coins out of them, and maybe make them into mixed roll tubes. no, you coin junkie said about this, and he was talking about shit. He was talking about shit. The wrong one. I think I've got the wrong one. I knew exactly. I knew exactly who he was talking about. I was like, hold on a minute, and I was like, Shibby, and I'm like, Shibby Robs, and I'm like, I've been in there, but I've never actually, because he says about as in wins. Eon. I don't even know who Eon is, but nice to see Eon. Nicholas Brown. Be right back. Eon. No, you're more than welcome to stop by, Eon. It's fine. I don't know you yet, but somebody will obviously know you. Somebody will obviously know you, or you'll know somebody that's in the chat, or somebody, they'll turn around and say, well, I know who that is. I don't know everybody. I don't know everybody in the chat. I don't know everybody in YouTube. I'm still meeting people. Mabel. If you hold it that way, you don't hear it. And I don't want it. I know that is a nice ring, because that's, you see, Joe was saying, the smaller you make it, as in you can't get the tone pitch right. I don't want to give the other game away, because that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah, it's silver. Because the $half will be silver. It's been made with, and the $1 and the silver spoon handle probably silver. And then you get the ringers, the clipping for in the middle of the coin, When the that's the clipping for the middle of it. No, because that's what I'm saying. I've got another one cut. I've got a one that's made up, as in it's it's made into a stash box. It's made into like a stash box. Or that's what he says. Or that's what he said it was. The stash box, and it's as in a back quarter. But that'll probably next month or the following month before I get that one. Right. Hold on, Andrew. Just let me one bit at a time, buddy. One bit at a time. A 1962 piece. That's 1959s, but that's old tape. That's what I'm saying. That's how you can tell the difference when it's been kept for a long time. The tape is totally different. Sometimes it's hard to get tape off them, but then I'm not going to start busting rolls open, and then I'm going all everywhere. Oh, I've got a lot of yours to get yet, Andrew. I've got like, you're talking like, I've only got like, when I last looked, I've only got like 400 hours, but then I'm thinking, I'm wondering if it's a case of they've made the videos or the live streams private or something. Something's not 100%, I don't understand what. Did I actually go through them? No, I've never. I don't go through them, and I'm not one for. I'm not really. It's not really errors I'd go for. I'm basically trying to make up. I'm trying to make up I'm trying to make up a collection like this. I'm trying to make up a collection like that, like 45s, 55, 49, and do it all through the years, and that's why. And sometimes when you buy them, you can't get mixed. You can't get a mixed roll. So the only other way to do it is to buy a full roll. But then I'm not going to just take two of them and just then ditch them. Because the whole idea was to make up mixed. The whole idea was to make mixed rolls, because the whole idea of me putting the channel together was to try and create two communities and join them into one, if it was possible, because I'm in UK and I was like, I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be doing UK coin hunts unless the Americans asked me to do UK coin hunts and say, there's coins where we want the certain coins, as in like 50 pences or whatever else, and I don't mind doing coin hunts or coin searching. But if I'm buying that much, I haven't got the time. I haven't got the time to go through them all and sit with a magnifying glass for every coin to see if it's got an error of variety or error of variety in it. And none of it was into, as in really. It's no. I'm not really. Yes, no. I'm into making money, but not. But money doesn't mean nothing to me. The money doesn't mean nothing to me. It was to be part. It was to feel part of something. It was to feel part of something. That was the whole idea. That was the whole idea behind. That was the whole idea behind it. No, if you delete it, it doesn't go. It doesn't go. It doesn't go against you, but it means then you don't get viewing time. You don't get watch. You don't get watchers every time you delete. Every time you delete a live stream, and usually it's not like me to delete a live stream. I've got to have a good cause. I've got to have a good cause. A good cause for deleting a video, deleting a live stream in the first place. And I'm no one for trying to upset the. That's one thing I try not to do. I try not to upset the community, but you can't please you can't please everybody on YouTube. You can't please everybody on YouTube. But what about it? And I understand. Some people hear bits and pieces of certain things, like a certain live stream, because some people only watch 10 seconds of a video and that's it. So they only get 10 seconds of the information that person was telling, and that person might not be making the point made as in the halfway through the video. So you might never catch the point they were trying to make, or the point they were trying to put across in the first place, because you haven't watched the full video. You haven't watched the full video. Hi Ali, you haven't watched the whole full video right through. But I don't expect everybody to watch my whole video all the way through, because sometimes it does get boring. But I don't want people as in thing, because there's Ali Mac just come in. So basically, I'm realising that Ali Mac's for UK. He might not be interested in coins, but he supports me because I support him. And there are certain channels, but it's not because I don't support everybody. There might be stuff that I just don't watch, so there's no point in me supporting that channel if I don't watch it. But not everybody's interested in coins. You talk about coins, and some people switch off like 5 minutes later. Like, I've heard enough of this, and they're like, "Will he just shut up?" They actually want to put their fingers in their ears because they don't want to hear it, because that's not their cup of tea. Coins are not for everybody. Coins are alright for to use them, but there's going to be a time where everything is going to go digital. We're not going to have coins, but coins, if there's coins left out there, they will become more valuable as time goes on, and there is collectors. It's like everything. Everybody's got their own hobby, and they collect stuff. Exactly, and it's a way fade down when you go back. As in, there's more of it. There's one that's. I'm not going to turn around and say, "Oh, the Americans, we're better than the Americans or whatever else." I'm not one of the people, right? But there's a book that says now. I'm really interested who agrees and who disagrees, right? It says Coins of England. Now the book starts. That book starts from. I'm trying to find the first page yet because it shows you as the different accreditations and different coin dealers, whatever else, auctions, and it tells you as in the ones that are accredited, not the rest, right? Now the book, there's a catalogue there. Now I only use that catalogue as a guide. To me, it's only a guide price. It's only actually a guide price, right? So you get the introduction, right? So that's the introduction, but the first, I'm trying to get to the page where it starts off from, right? So in Scotland, you had which the football team of Glasgow is named Celtic, right? So that's why I say Celtic, or I put a K on it, but it's small c, because there is a football club that's named Celtic Glasgow, because there's Glasgow Rangers and there's Celtic, which is as in Thames, right? But Celtic is more Irish, or that's where it came from, right? But you also have what you call Celtic coins, and then it goes for Celtic, and then it goes, I think the next one after Celtic, it goes on to, I think it's the next one's Roman. The next one's Roman. And then when you get further on the book, you've got all the like the kings and the queens. So there's one that says the kings of all England. So they're all old Roman artifacts. So when you say 1300, right? Early 1300. Now I didn't know nothing about early 1300, so I'm not saying that you're wrong, Eon, right? But there's quite a few back as an ancient artifacts, right? So if the Vikings and the Romans were going back and forward and taking whatever money, treasure, or whatever, they were taking it over into different lands. Now the Vikings and the Romans were fighting each other, right, with different colonies, because they were trying to keep them out of different countries, right? And as they were fighting on the Viking ships, they were throwing cannonballs and fighting with swords and axes, right? So when that ship sank, the Viking ship sank, where did the coins and treasure end up? It didn't go in the land. It went in the sea. Right. So if you think about it, if it goes down to the bottom of the sea, right, a treasure chest, and the treasure chest opens up, what's the water going to do? It's going to move it. It's going to shift it. So it shifted it all over the world. So the coins from way back then are scattered all over the world. That's why they ended up. Some of them ended up in on the American side. I've not got nothing against the American. I've got nothing against the Americans. Never will do, because they love the British act. They love the British accent. They love the British accent, and that's why they got on well with the British. But the British want to turn around and say that they're better than them. And this is what starts all the carry on and the thing with all the arguments and all the rest. Sometimes it's better not just to argue. Sometimes it's better just to debate about something and say, right, there's nobody that's wrong. None of yous are wrong, or the two yous are not wrong. I can see your side and I can see your side. But it's trying to get that balance. It's trying to get that balance right. And then what happens is, in certain, say for instance, a chat, somebody puts something in that's controversy, right, or controversy that contradicts somebody else, or it's put in the wrong context. It starts a feud. I didn't build the channel to start a feud with anybody. I started it because I wanted to do something with the mobile phones, and then decided I wasn't going to do that. And then when it kicked in that I seen an auction, and I always was taken to an auction, so I always loved auctions, going to them, because the first auction I ever went to was one where my dad took me to cars, going through an auction. And it was the fact that they used to go through it used to be a little shed, and they called it the tunnel. So they went through the tunnel, and you sat there watching them. And I always wondered why the prices fluctuated, because the auctioneer was auctioning them off. But I didn't know they actually belonged to somebody, or a trader or a dealer. And that's where we were getting taken away and then redone up and then put back, and we were getting put back in it. It was just the buzz of watching the auction hall, as in the price go up or whatever, and stuff getting bought and sold. So I always had it in me. And then when I seen the first auction as in or whatever on YouTube, or in the American lot, because I didn't know there was British as in on YouTube. I couldn't find them. I tried looking, I tried hunting, and it's not like with eBay you can go and find somebody's address or some kind of details that you can turn around and say that person's British. You to try and work out where the accent was from. Now, trying to do that is harder to try and work that one out. So I just started following certain people, and eventually I sort of fell in with Americans, the same as Andrew has done, fell in with Americans. And the whole thing took off for the Americans, because I was never interested in the British coins as such. It wasn't until I realised that a lot of the British coins, there was reverse designs. I thought 50 pences were all the same design, to be honest, because all I ever seen was 2019 and looked at dates. It wasn't until I started looking at the back of them and I seen all these different reverse designs, and I thought, hold on a minute. And then Americans started talking about the shield sets, and I was trying to figure out why they were interested in the shield sets in particular. That's what we're trying to work out. And now they've got a thing about the Beatrix Potter. We're trying to find the Beatrix Potter. Some of the characters are harder to find than others. Some of them. But the easier ones to find the Beatrix Potter. But the thing is, Beatrix Potter become famous because she wrote the Beatrix Potter books, which a lot of that's how the characters came about, because Beatrix Potter had thought up these characters and made them as in like normal humans running about. So it was a story to be told. But that's what I'm saying. It starts like UK will do like Olympics or some kind of design every couple of years. They change the reverse design so it becomes either Olympics or whatever that's going on in the country. It's like there's ones where there's Rupert the Bear. So there's different characters and different there's different characters on the 50 pence piece. They're not all the same design, but some of them are worth more than others. But the face value is only 50p. is only 50 pence. So some people, the general public, look at it and they go, oh, it's just 50 pence. But they don't realise the numismatic value of the coin itself, that it's worth actual more numismatic value than what it is actual face value. I didn't even know, Andrew, there was new beer. I haven't been following it. I only just started this. I'm saying the Americans sort of brought us into it, and then I seen their designs, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And I was like, and then I started thinking, I'm scratching my head one day, and I went, wonder if our coins have got anything on them that's different, it's unusual. And I started turning, just my loose change, and I'm like, oh, that's got William Shakespeare on it. This has got a different design on it, and I'm like, oh, right. It's not that I don't like UK coins, it's just because I've seen them half my life. Did those two links show up? Oh, right, I didn't know. Right. I'm looking at it and then I'm like lost, and then I'm like, hold on a minute, and then somebody says about links, and then I'm like, the only time that you be able to show links on here is if you're blue. But Andrew's blue, and I know Andrew's blue. But I didn't realise you were talking to Andrew. I didn't know you were talking to Andrew. I'm 44. I'm 44 and only 2 years. I'm only 2 years into. I'm only 2 years into this. Cause my main hobby is doing thing. My main hobby is doing name. That's my main hobby. That's my big passion. All the equipment for doing, all the specialist equipment for doing it. That's what I'm saying. I'm still learning, because I didn't really do the software side yet. I was only just taking them apart and putting donor parts into them and stuff like that to get them to work. I never used to bother about that side yet. It wasn't until I looked on eBay one day and I was like, I have to get an unlocking device. And I used to run about with they look like 3210. I'll do that at some point, Andrew. I'm not really worried about that at the moment. The PI, that's another project in its own. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to keep jumping projects. I want to stay in a project, stick with it, and then follow it instead of jumping, because that's what I tend to do. I get bored with something and then I jump something, and then I'm missing half of it or doing half of it. That's what I'm saying. These are all adapters and stuff for doing, or as an ISP and all this car on JTAG, and it's a lot of learning. It becomes a lot to remember. People's like, I'm thinking you were supposed to show stuff. Right, I don't know what way to start, guys. I don't actually know. Right, so I've showed a bit of Joe. I've showed a bit of Joe's, right? So that's Joe Durban belt. That's pennies for Joe. I'm gonna finish there. You've done a good job at it, hi-ho. I've seen part of it. I've had a little look at it. I haven't actually spent a lot of time. I sort of looked at it and went, no, that's quite good, that. But then I'm not into all that merch because I feel that you're not earning the full lot that you should be earning off it. You're only earning a couple of pound more of it, unless you're doing it in bulk. I'm trying to think who this is. It says on it. It says can. So that was for as in the I can't show that. I can't show that. It's something. Sometimes I can't get stuff out. I don't want to wreck it. Yeah. 2020. I thought about as and stuff. It was I've stopped and thought about my channel and thought I want things that's unusual. So if I see something unusual in an auction, I'll buy it if it's affordable. If it's at affordable money, and I happen to see these. So it was an auction for the children. So that's a 2000. As it says in the back, 2020 penny pendant, and as you can see, so it looks like. So there's the linkage up there, and there's a 2020 penny pendant. There's no actual a weight in them. There's not really a weight. And there's a 1912. Another one is pendant. Because it's for the children, and I was like, I'm gonna buy them. And there's a 1935 Buffalo. That's what I'm saying, Andrew, because the whole idea of the thing we do in the channel was to buy stuff like hand. I always want to buy handmade for different channels, and then bring it to my channel, have it for a bit, and then resell it. But then there's stuff that I get. It's like I get attached to it, and then I'm like, I don't really want to sell that because to me it's different. But if somebody was making them up, I would actually promote them. Do you know what I mean? Was there probably other people out there that would actually like them and actually put them on chains? Do you know what I mean? Put them on necklaces. The top link where the link is very small. Exactly. It came for Can. It's Can Collectibles. It's a new channel. Dale knows them. Can Collectibles. He's a good guy. That's where I bought him for. I bought him for Cans as in it was children's auction for help. Now there's something I didn't see one that was done in an Indian head penny. I know you're laughing about that one, but I do like Indian heads, especially if they're in good condition. especially if they're in good condition. I like them. I do like them. Let's see what my box. No, because when Andrew's saying about Indian head pennies, there's when they come older, they get grubby. But there's one that's still got all its. That's for 1902, an Indian head penny. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'll search for certain people. If somebody tells me I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that, I'll tend to buy them because I'm trying to buy them at affordable money, because that's why there is a new. I forgot to say, and Andrew knows this because me and Andrew's been talking for quite some time, like friends do, and I've come up with there's a new idea coming short. There's a new idea coming shortly, guys. And that was the whole idea with the Indian head. That was the whole idea with the Indian head pennies, was to put different coins into a grab bag. But that's what I'm saying. I've planned the idea, but I've not actually set it up properly yet. So that's what I'm saying. I'm in the process of trying to sort stuff that I want to keep. Try to keep. No, I've got a couple of sources. I've got a couple of sources where I get into. I go and when they're all asleep in bed in the UK, I'm on at night time searching for stuff, searching for bits. And my dad was a bit like that. It was a night. We used to call him the night hawk. My dad would spend time up at night time searching and researching stuff. And he was quite good at it. No, because this is quite a. So I've got quite a bit. There's quite a bit in here. So that's one of cans, right? So that's cans. And then we've got one of. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even bust them. Some of them I didn't even bust open today. That's it says. So it's telling you. It says. That's what I'm saying. It's not opened. It's not even opened. It goes into the shipping. That's what I'm saying. It goes into a shipping box. A special box. That's it. It says Alexander Smith, Kirov, John Diane Durbin, and then it tells you coin up, purchase Alexander Smith. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to show channels, guys, that I deal with, or I feel that are awesome and actually need the credit given to that channel. And that was the whole idea of doing the mail call. Let's just put it out there. I know, I've got the shape in my mouth. It's like a dog with a bone. It's like a dog with a bone in its mouth. You can laugh all you like, but sometimes I get. That's what I'm saying. That's quite strong tape. It's quite tough. It's not like airtight. It's like plastic. It's more like plastic. Your tape over there. That's what I'm saying. A lot of their stuff over there is better than actually our stuff, but then I don't tend to, when I'm doing like packages and stuff like that, I tend to buy as in thin tape, but I try and keep the cost down. It's not that because I'm trying to be as in, it's being what they call thrifty. You're trying to make enough as in, or trying to get enough to go round, so that it's not costing you absolute fortunes. Because it does get dear, and the more packaging you pack something, the heavier it becomes. So there could be something light in it, and by the time you end up package it up, it's heavy. It starts being heavier. Nah, no false teeth. I only got some. I not got a lot of teeth. That's his 1920 XF. That's his 1920 XF. I don't know what that's choice, or I don't know. Coin-Op tends to, because he's an errors and variety guy, so he tends to, as in, so he'll tell you quite a bit about the coin. I wish there were gold teeth. It'd be worth a fortune then. The XF would be it's extra fine, but it's really nice. That's what I'm saying. I tend to pick out I like the ones with you can see all the design and all the lettering and stuff on it. And then there's that one there, which is I can't even see that. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I can't remember. I remember how much I spent, but I just can't remember. I can't remember as in, because it takes over about a month before I actually see it. So before I know it, I've actually bought. It's like I'll buy off, like, say for instance this month I'll spend maybe £300-400, and then next month it'll be start a new month, so I might have spent £200 the next month. So I might not see that stuff for at least a month before I actually see these goods. But I know that they're safe. I'm one of these people that I don't mind. I don't mind as long as I know it's safe with certain people. But I tend to start to trust certain people. But then if anything happens between that time, I'm always worried. And then sometimes my anxiety can actually kick in. And when my anxiety kicks in, oh my god, it's worse. It's really bad. No, I'm trying to, guys, and I'm trying to get through it because I've got like four packages to go through. That's what I'm saying. That's Coin-Op. So that's Robert. That's Robert Lawson. That's the name of the channel. It's Coin-Op. So if you don't know Coin-Op, all you have to do is, if you can't find, say for instance you put into a search engine, or the search engine top of YouTube, and you put Coin-Op, you can't find it, put Coin-Op coins in it, or Coin-Op auctions, whatever that channel does, and you find out what it does, it'll sometimes in the channel's name it relates to what they do. So if you put in what they do, sometimes it'll pop up. Because I don't have all the links, and I wished I did. And I wished I actually knew how to do the links. I know that you've got to copy and paste them. That's what I'm saying. I want to get through at least, as in, so that I can move on to the next lot. There's one for another channel. Mickey Rob's Banks. With the one on it, I'm not sure. I need to go back Aye, Andrew, if you know how to do the links, put the links in. But I don't know about that Darren Magic. I know him as Robert. I know that it's definitely Robert Lawson, and Dingway's his other half. She's Philippines, which is Dingway, which is floored. Because I found them through Joe Durbin. That's how I found them. That's how I actually found them. But this is the different channel. This is Mickey's. This is why he calls himself Mickey Rob's Banks, because it's made up as a Mickey Mouse. And then it says there, it says wanted, accidental early release, West Point Quarters, $2,000 reward, $2,000 reward. Aye, Eon, you might know them, but some of them I don't know, and I'm still getting to know certain channels, because there's Mickey's Rob's Banks, so there's like two different stickers. There's two different stickers, so you get that one there, and then you get that one there that's the wanted. Aye, Coin Help You, aye. That's partly, I think there used to be like 3 partners involved or something at one point. Or so I've heard. I don't know, because I don't go into to find out. I'm not one of these people that dig through people's bits of information unless I hear something with somebody else, but then sometimes you don't know if it's always true or not. You don't know. Something's not right with us. I knew that. There's only 2 bits in that. That's not right. There's one that says AG $6. I'm trying to remember what I bought off of that channel. That's what I'm saying. I think I'm not saying the thing, I'm not saying, but something's telling me there's some bits that are short. Unless it's in a different package. So I'm sure that I bought. Usually when I go in, I usually buy a bit more than this is. I'm like, something's no. But then sometimes I'm like, I'll put bids in. Sometimes I'll not always win everything. And I'm not really turning and say, well, that channel's done this and this person's done that, because I might be wrong. There's a Liberty. There's a Maple Leaf. There's Canadian Maple Leaf. And I'm not going to start bad mouthing channels, because I know it is expensive. It is expensive to send it. And then sometimes if somebody's working or whatever and they're only doing it part-time, sometimes they forget what was sold or what was bought. for certain people, and then they'll just, if you get, it's like me by anxiety, and then you end up, maybe end up, you've packed it away or something, and then all of a sudden you're like, somebody's bothering you, you end up, you're like, and they're not bothering you as such, but they're asking for what they've bought already, and then you're turning and they're telling you, they're saying to you, I've been working or whatever else, so they've not had the time to go through as in what somebody's bought as in off that channel. And what they'll do is they'll be in a panic and go, he's only got 2 items, and it might be part of the order missing. But then I'm not going to start bothering about it. As in, so, okay, I've lost a bit of money here, a bit of money. I'm not really bothered about it. Because all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the channels get together so that basically we all benefit at the end, because the Americans are finding that there's problems shipping stuff, or they've found that they've hit problems trying to get it over. So I'm trying to be part of in the middle of it, and I don't want an animosity between the two communities. I want them to be, as in people to be able to trust us over in the UK and us to trust them, so that we basically, as in, because there's coins that we want for over there that we can't get hold of that they can, and there's coins over here that use like over here, and that was the whole idea, was to, as in, be part of it. I'm not asking of anybody to buy off me. Nobody's obliged to buy off. Nobody's obliged to buy off me. If somebody wants something in mine, as in, I'm quite happy. Like I've done with Andrew. He saw something that he liked to mine's, and there was stuff that I says to him, as in, if you get more of or doublers. So then what I done was I made that we both won out it and end up. And he went, well, you happy? And I went, well, sort of, because I've not calculated it up in my head. And Andrew's probably gave me the value of what I gave him. But he's happy what he's got, because I'd rather see them going into a good home, which he's going to end up either a keep or whatever. But I can't turn around and say to him, well, you can't sell that. Whatever he does with them coins, that's up to him. And I was stuck for slightly, as in silver, because the whole idea of the grab bag was to put silver into the grab bag, because there's some coins over in Britain or UK. Okay, some people go, oh, but they're worth more. But the thing is, they aren't silver. They aren't silver over here. They aren't silver. They're cupro nickel. Okay, they might be in numismatic value. They might be worth as in good money for certain ones, as in the price of them, because the how many were made of them. It's nothing to do with that. The Americans have got this thing about silver. But some people have stopped doing the battering because they've actually had problems with the battering as well, as in trading. Yeah, somebody's traded something, gave it to somebody else, and they've not got their part of it. And it's happened in quite a few occasions on the Facebook groups. But I don't do anything on Facebook groups. Okay, yes, I use Facebook for contact of, as in, channels and people. That's so they can make contact. They can make contact with me. But I'm only groups in Facebook. But I'm seeing things in Facebook groups that I've seen wrote up about in forums and stuff like that. And I thought, oh my God, this is not real. Is this actually happening? And I'm seeing it in front of me. But I always what I usually do is, if I'm not sure about somebody, I'll turn around and say, well, if you send, as soon as I get yours, I'll send yours out. Because Andrew paid the shipping, or Andrew paid the cost for sending it to me special delivery, and I sent mine special delivery. So I said to Andrew, well, you pay for mine's coming this way, and I'll do the same for yours going back. Because I had a few bits to get him anyway, because there was a couple of bits that he'd purchased as well. That's what I'm saying. I do a lot of things. People don't realise that I do a lot of things behind the scenes too that I don't talk about. And there's certain groups that I do follow, and every now and again there is donations. Like the other night, Found It Buried. Now there's loonies that he done toonies, and then George done loonies. So I says to him, we'll just do what we done the last time, and you then send me a payment request. It means it's easier for him to send me a payment request for me to do it, because if they tell you in PayPal, if you do like an email and you do one digit out, it goes to the wrong person, just one digit. And I was like, well, instead of that happening, if I then asked for a payment request from that person, I know then it goes to that person directly, so they can't turn around and say that they didn't receive payment for whatever it was. Pence. It is, Ian. It's pence. It's pence. It's 50 pence. It's the same. I'm in Scotland and Andrew's in England, but it's the same coin. It's the same coins they use. It's when you go to France and some I think it's Northern Ireland, there's euros. That's a shield. That's what I'm saying. If anybody in the chat hasn't got somebody else's channel, have a look at their channel and please check them out. And if you haven't checked Daz and Lemonhead Penny, please check Lemonhead Penny out as well. Lemonhead Penny does an auction on a Tuesday, as George was saying. We're trying to, as I'm saying, it's amazing that I like to see other channels grow, and when they do better than what I can, that inspires me that if they can do it, I can do it. I might not do it the same as what they do it, or the same way they do it, but everybody's got their own technique of doing something. UK Coin Hunt. I know who UK Coin Hunt is. But that's what I'm saying, I buy more. What was that? So that was Mickey Rob Banks. So we've done Mickey's Rob Banks. And there's another friend of mine's. Is John Argent, the Canadian. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're trying to do, and there's channels that you'll probably know that I don't, and you can relate to them people because you've built up a relationship with them. Okay, they're not as in a friend, but they're acquaintances. But that's what happens. The acquaintances end up friends, or they become more than friends. Exactly, Andrew. Get that one out, please, because Lemonhead Dingme was, as I'm saying, Lemonhead's got a good channel. It's because George was doing it last night. Because that's what I'm saying. If we help each other out, we can actually grow. We can actually grow the community. Because that's the whole idea behind the community, is to grow each other. And then we can all work with each other. Because these are, I've got this. I'm not sure if they're if they're actual Lincolns or whether they're or whether they're not Canadians, because if they were Canadians, they wouldn't have Lincolns on them. They would have the thing with the Queens. I forgot. The Queens would be on them. They're not. They're 1972 Ds. That's what I'm saying. It's because the thing with the price of these are at the right money that I tend to buy these. Because there's 1964 Ds. Because I can still make money. I can still make money off them. Probably, I probably put them on eBay as in his full rolls, and get partly my money back from them. But I do want to open them. I want to open them at some point and actually put a couple into my own collection. As in, because I tend to like them when they're like that. The BU gems. I try and keep them clean. Actually, I'm not opening ones. Exactly, Andrew. He's telling you, get your channel out there as well, buddy. Try and ding me, because you need more supporters as well. So get it in. I didn't say you couldn't do it. Batter in. Because I'm going to stay on as long as possible, because I want to show this, what I'm saying. I want to show that. I know lots of people don't trust eBay and rolls anymore, thing me, and because there's too many there's too many people that scammers. They might have been searched through, because they ding me, the rolls are loose. The rolls are loose. But then John Argent might have opened them, looked through them. But I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really worried about errors and varieties, as I know that's why people search rolls. And sometimes and another thing about rolls, sometimes there's oddballs inside them. Sometimes if somebody's opened them before and then re-rolled them, sometimes you can find other things that shouldn't have been in them. As in like an Indian head or whatever. Sometimes you find stuff in them. I've found a few bits inside a roll. I think that's how I found that 1909S, but I don't know where it went. I'm sure in my mind it was a 1909S, but I know for a fact I don't think it was a VDB. I never even checked it for the VDB, but I know I definitely had it, because it was Conan. I was on Conan Nonconformist, and he goes, "Let me see that," and I goes like that, and I put it under the microscope, and he goes, "Do you know what you've got there?" And I went, "No." And I was actually flabbergasted, because it was him that told me. So, "Do you know what that is, Alec?" And I'm like, "No." And it's, "Do you know what you're actually holding there?" And I went, "No." He went, "That's a good find, that." I'm sure I found it through a mixed rolls. I'm sure there were customer returns, and they were they were the colour of chocolate, or that's what they look like, colour of chocolate. Because the thing with the Wheaties they're kind of brown, the Wheaties. Because that's another idea I'm going to come up with just shortly, and as an auction of wheats, but I put them into wheat cents. I don't think there's many with VDB. I think there's only two. I think there's only the 1909, and the 1909S. I can check your book and tell you. That's what I'm saying. See if I'm not sure about something. I don't like to quote something unless if I know nothing about it. I'll tend to go into the book if I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure it's only just the thing, me, because it was Victor. The reason why it's named VDB, it's Victor David Brenner, something his name was, and that's why it's got VDB on it. But there's only two. I think there's only two coins which has got VDB that actually say VDB on it. She's designer initials V.D.B is on the 1909 reverse only. And then the other one's 1909 to 1958. There was no VDB on reverse. So it was only done for a certain, I think two or three, I think only 2 or 3 years. I was 2 or 3 years, the VDB. I thought everybody knew about that one. That's what I'm saying, because it was all the thing me. It was Americans that told me, just, you need the book. You should. What I was told was I should have read the book. I should have bought a book first and researched a lot of the information from the book, and then started buying the coins. But then, as my dad used to say, if you've no stock, you've nothing to sell. If you want content for a channel, you have to have content for a channel. So you need something you can talk about, something you can relate to. So if you don't have any kind of hobby, how are you supposed to put content on a channel? So at the end of the day, as in, do you have to have something? And that's why I started buying coins, because I've always been into auctions, heavily into auctions. My dad was a wise old man. And he took me out when I was 13, but when I was 8-year-old, I was helping him do cars in the street. And my dad was a spray painter and panel beater. That was his job. I was just a general labour body. That's all I was. Where did we stop? Right, so that's John Argent. So that's pennies that's in. It's pennies that's in here. And there's 3 special ones that I really wanted, and I managed to get a hold of. I think Andrew bought something at that auction, I think, if I can remember right. Because there's a 2020 W. So that's a West Point. That's the West Point 2020. And that's why I bought them, because I have never held one, and I was like, I really want to hold one. I really want to have one. But that's what I'm saying, they're two different designs. Sometimes I'll tend to wait, as in if certain stuff, I tend to wait, I tend to hold back, and then, but that's why I go through a community, is to find ones that they turn around and say, oh, you need to have this one, and oh, that's worth that kind of money, and I'm like, I'm not really interested in how much it's worth. I just want it because I like it, or something. There's something that's, as that's a Canadian, but that's like a wolf. That's like a wolf. This is 50 cents. I know. I'm not holding, because it's the lights interfering. I've got 2 lights on, a little bedroom light on, and I've got the top one, as in that's a fluorescent bulb. I've got the microscope, but I didn't want to put everything under a microscope. I know they come out of regular circulation, I know that, but I wanted them because I think everybody talked about them. A West Points, it's like something that comes out and everybody wants it. It's like the younger generation, and Reebok, a brand new pair of Reebok shoes come out, but end up they're that expensive, the Reebok shoes. Oh, look! Want to be the cool kid with the brand new shoes, hundred odd pound shoes on. I wasn't in the pay that kind of money, and I'm like, I really would like one of them, but I don't want to pay as in heavy money for it. And I'm like, I just want to hold. I was like, I just want to hold it. I just want to hold it. I want to see it. I want to be able to see it in front of me and hold it so I can turn around and say, because that's what my dad would do. My dad would buy stuff to resell it, but he'd love to hold on. He'd hold it and he'd be like, and he'd tell people, I've had that, I've had that, I've had this and I've had that. And he had it through his hands, but he would never hold on to anything. Because he used to tell me everything's got its price. Everything's got a price. Somebody offers you good money, it's something, you take it. But then I'm sort of like a lot of stuff like that stuff there. That's proper. That's proper fan mail. I didn't have to pay for that. That's all through the thing, that's all through the community. That's sentiment. That's more sentimental value. That'll no get sold. That stuff for Captain Jerk. I've got dollar notes, you name it. Anyway, but I didn't have anything like a valuable wheat cent or even dinghy or even a W in that. That's why I was like, well, I want to be able to hold certain ones. That's what I'm saying. I feel as if I've been taken into the American community, the American family, as if, do you know what I mean? One of the ones where, come here, and you're put under their wing. So you're trying to do no harm. You're trying to do no harm in that community, and you don't want to ruin that. You don't want to ruin that. You don't want to ruin that trust. So you're trying to keep the face value all the time, but then they say you don't have to give anything out. But then that was the whole idea, was when the whole idea was for me to build up to the monetization part and also the PayPal. And me not just feeling, because when I'm buying for auctions, that's how it feels. It feels as if that's what I'm doing, is taking out the community. But then there's times where I'll go, it's like I'll get somebody's address, or I'll turn in and sometimes I've done them with grab bags, and I'll just pick somebody's name at random, as in the community that I know, that I've known for a while, and I'll turn around and tell them, can I get your email address? But I will only tell them it's, then they'll start asking you, well, why do you want my email address? And you're trying to know, because I'm one of them ones, I don't like spoiling surprises. So sometimes I'll be like, I just need your address, and then but I don't want to give you that address because they think you've got an ulterior motive, and you're trying to tell them, no, there's not an ulterior motive. I want to give you something, but I don't want to tell you what's in the package. I don't want to tell you what's in the package. I want to see people as in their face light up, because that was the whole idea of putting, as in building a channel, having content, buying stuff for auctions, and then maybe the overstock. Then when the PayPal, because you're getting PayPal's donations, they don't have to give you PayPal donations, but if somebody gives you over 25 or £30, to me that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to me. So that's the whole idea, is to me to put something out there to give back to the community, to give back to the community. But it's not me feeling guilty. It's my way of doing things. Because I was like, when everybody says about stickers, I'm like, I didn't see any value in the stickers, because I know people that sold stickers or their channel sticker at $5 a piece. Okay, it might be worth money because you have to pay for the value of the stickers, but stickers felt as if they meant nothing to me. Stickers, they meant nothing to me. Coins were more thing because you can hold it. A sticker, that it deteriorates. It's just a piece of paper. It's like having a birthday card and you pay £1 or £2 or £4 for a birthday card. okay, you can hold it for a certain amount of time, but it then starts deteriorating. A coin takes longer to deteriorate because it's metal. That was the whole idea, was to do some. I've always got a plan. I've always got a plan in my head or something. I always get something, but then sometimes I wonder if my dad was right. Maybe I'm off the show. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I am off the show the chauffeur family. Maybe I am off them because a lot of the ideas, some of my ideas actually come off them. Like the thing with what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do a thing right now. I've told Andrew this, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with this spin. I've come up with this idea called, very much like George has done, spin the wheel. What I've done is that it's $30. It's $30 a spot, right? But for that $30, you got a bag full of coins, right? So you get a bag full of coins, but I'm not finished. This is the next part of it. I wasn't going to say nothing now because I haven't got it as in done up yet. I'm still at the World Cup, right? So you get a grab bag, right, for your $30 that you've put in, your donation you put in, right? The $30, which that covers the internet. So I'm making nothing. I'm making not a penny off the coins, right? Because that covers the international shipping going back to America, right? Because that's the price of it. International tracking is dear. It's really dear, right? And like there was one that I sent the other week to Joe. Now that thing cost me for just standard Daily Mail, charged me £10.50. If I wanted to do international shipping, it was 15. It was £15. So if you convert £15 into dollars and tell me what the figure is as in that. So I'm making nothing off of that. But what I'm doing is with the tracking. So you get a tracking. That'll be so on the wheel, as in so even if there's 20s in the wheel, there was star prize. And what we'll do is, as in what will happen is, you'll all get a grab bag each, right? So you'll get a grab bag. I do it on the flip side, because that's the way I do it. When I'm handling coins, I don't handle them with bare hands. It was 30, Andrew. It's 30. Because the thing as in 20, you couldn't even do it at that. That's how it's 30. It's 30. That's what I sat and worked it out, trying to work a figures out between the UK and between the thing, and then I was like, and then I didn't want them sectioned out. Oh, right. Right. Andrew's converting the thing with figures now. I get you, Andrew. Right. So there you go. So there's 15. It's 20. It's 20. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to work a figure out. No, every time that I handle a coin, I got plastic gloves or surgical gloves. I'll put surgical gloves on every coin I handle. That's how they came in like that. I bought them off a thing, off a sale, off an auction place, off of one that's our YouTube. So I bought them off America. That's where they came from. I didn't buy them off. I didn't know where I found out where they come from originally. But I don't mind giving somebody a couple of extra dollars for, as in, because then I can trust it. Because if anything needs to go back, then I can turn as well. You sold it. It was supposed to be spot bang on. No, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a first prize up. So what will happen is, if there's 20s on the wheel, so you get a prize, that'll be so there's no loser. That's your booby. That's the booby prize. Like 3, 2, 1. That's the booby prize. This is the thing, mate. This is the prize or the grab bag. So you get a grab bag, but you also be entered into the wheel, which that'll be. You get one of them, which will be the star prize. So the last man or woman standing, I'll get that. Or they could get, or they might get one of them, or they might get one of them, or they might get one of them. That's why I've been buying slabs. That's why I've been buying slabs up lately. I've been trying to get them for a certain amount, so I didn't overspend on them. So you get, it's like random, but as I'm saying, you don't. Nobody loses. Nobody loses because that is a booby. That's what I'm saying. That's the booby prize. So you get, that's what I'm saying. So the $30 that you put in, you actually get. I think there's about 20 odd. I think there's about 20 coins. I actually need to count them. The last time I was going to do them as in the 15 coins, and then it went up because I was trying to get the pricing right. Because I'm like, well, I've got to bring me, and the only way that's I'm saying, the only way that I'm going to make anything off of them is when I sell it to the UK. Because that was the whole idea, was building a UK following for American coins, so that I could deal with somebody in America or the American community family. I could buy in their auctions, and then so somebody else should get a chance to get them, because there is people interested in them. But the thing is, because it's a different currency, they don't know if it's worth it or not. They're only sticking to their own currency. But if you entice somebody into something else, it's different. Because that was the whole idea for me as a channel to be different for everybody else. Instead of me, because it's like when you're at school, it's like you're all in the blue book of spelling. So you're all copycatting each other. So you're all mimicking each other. So nobody's different. That was the whole idea. My channel wanted to be different to everybody else's. And it did. It become different to everybody else's. But I usually buy unique bits, but I don't specialise for buying for customers, because you get a client, he says to you, I want 1938. I'm just using this as an example. 1938, I want MS65. You buy it at whatever price. You put your wee bit of markup on it. And then you email the customer and say, I've got you your 1932 MS67 or MS66 that you wanted. It's going to cost you that. The customer then lets you down. Who's holding the can? Who's holding the can? Who's holding the can? You. That's the thing, mate. Exactly, and then that's why I don't specialise for actually buying for customers. I buy it because I like it. But as Andrew will tell you, I buy the best of quality. And that's why I don't specialise with the older. That's why I don't specialise with the older currency, because the older currency is what, to me, it looks worn. It's worn. So I'm always trying to figure out, what is the value of that? What is the value of that coin or that item? What is the true value of it? And trying to value it without a book, or trying to value it in your own head. Or what do I see it? How much do I think that it's worth to me? But if I was to buy it, and if I didn't like it, could I resell it? And that's what I sort of think. because everything I have to, it's like a computer or anything I buy, I have to justify it before I even purchase it. Am I going to use it? How many times am I going to use it? Is it going to be worth it that I bought? I know you try and get it first. You ding me, he sees it, he'll go like that. Let me see a picture. As soon as I see him show my picture, but I want, and something takes his fancy, but I'm loving that. So sometimes it doesn't even get shown because he's got it before. But that's because that's because Andrew's a regular. But Andrew's a regular client. Andrew's a regular client of mine's, and it didn't start as a client. It started as two friends having a conversation and supporting each other's channel. And he's like, "What did you get last?" And then he's like, "What did you get last night? I seen you in such and such." "What did you get?" And it's the same back and forward. And that's how it starts. And then it's like, "Can I buy that off of you?" But I hate this when you have to ding me. It tells you it's held for review. I don't. If it's swearing words or something that is offensive, that's when I won't show it. But anything like somebody's channel, somebody's name, as long as they're 100% happy with it, then it's fine with me. And it might be the name of a coin, or as in a design or a designer, because there's a lot of designers out there. Right, so did I do these ones already? Did I put them in? I'm sitting here and I've lost track what I was doing. I've just popped them back out again and realised that I'd already done the ones. So there ones. I get held for review, but I've got control of the control panel. As I'm saying, the mods have got control as well, like Andrew's blue. So Andrew's actually thing, he can actually, as in time, he can time somebody out, but he can't block. He can't block a person. Only I can block them. But I tend to I'll let trolls in, or as I call them, I don't call them trolls, I call them trowels, because you know what a trowel does. A trowel's used for digging the garden soil. So they dig a hole. They actually, the trolls, they dig a hole themselves and they put themselves into it. Because they're called, and some people call them keyboard warriors, because all they can do is they talk negative and trash, and they think they know everything. They think they know everything, but they don't. I've never ever turned around and says to a person, "No, you're wrong in what you say." As I've said in a video before, I'm sorry if I apologise if I offended you or upset you, but I'm not apologising for my views and opinions, which I'm entitled to, and everybody else is entitled to their views and their opinions. And I think that's why everybody likes me, because I'm one of these people. I don't beat about the bush. And I never ever play a different person in front of the camera. I am myself. I was taught by, as now listening to a lot of the big YouTubers like Green Bay Wacky, Grizz270, Fireman CV, because I wanted to know what I said and what I didn't say on YouTube. And that was the whole idea behind it. what is the stuff that I don't say? What is it? And they were like, well, there's nothing that's not wrong to say, but it's the way you say it. It's the way you come out with it, or the way it's construed. And I was like, all right, because I wanted to find out, as in if there was any regulations or rules for certain words that couldn't be said on YouTube, so that I would never get into trouble. Because you see, it's like what they say in eBay. If you get 3 strikes, and I'm like, well, if you got 3 strikes, does that mean then that they block you totally, as in you're not allowed back on YouTube? So what if you start another account? Did he actually check that? If you built another account, if you were banned, if you had 3 strikes, if you had 3 strikes, so you have 3 strikes and you're out, basically. But half of YouTube, as in when they check stuff, is bots that's checking it. It's automatic bots. It's algorithm. It's basically algorithms. I've not even. That's what I'm saying. There's 3 packets I've not even opened. I opened so many of them, and I was like, I got to a stage, and I'm like, hold on, I think I'll do a mail, and I was like, I think I'll do a mail call today, so I think I'll do a mail review. No, I don't want to, and I don't even want to talk about that. As in, you're saying about things that I don't even know about. So either you've looked into it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I just know. That's what I'm saying. It's like eBay. It's like eBay. eBay say that too, and it was like, it was like, as in PayPal, when I went to PayPal, but there was some kind of dispute, and actually I done a thing about a call out Justin Busman. And basically, what I done was I went to PayPal, but they were saying that if you gave false information, that they could actually close your account. So I spoke to them over the phone. They were like, "No, Mr. Smith, that's not the case." And I explained to them. So I'm trying to explain to them exactly what happened, the way it happened, and everything else. And they're like, "No, we won't close your account." But they were like, "You've been dealing with us like for 6 years. For 6 years." I've been dealing with PayPal a long time. Oh, here it comes. Oh, that's the one that thing me that I didn't see. That's the one I gave. That's the one I gave good money for. There's the dog tag with soldiers and arms. And there's the soldier and arms. Because I liked it. And somebody down me, somebody, I kept overbidding somebody. I took somebody out it. I was at the bidding that night. But I liked that, and I was like, I really like that. That's what I'm saying. It's a United States Mint set, or a set. It's an American $1, but it's a military one. Because I was going to send the thing with the military tag over to Thingy to Red for to take a copy of it. Redneck Stacker to take a copy of it. But I liked it too much that night. I just kept going at it. I didn't stop. I wasn't going to get in. Ding me, I went another one, and then ding me, and I went, damn. I've overbid and that, and then hang me, and everybody's like, and then I was waiting for the other guy coming back into it, and I was like, If he bids another dollar more, I'm jumping out. I'm jumping out that. Sometimes I try and help as in the auctions because I'm there to buy stuff, but then when I hang me, I'm there to try and help as in the whoever's it is auction as well. I'm not the underdog as in put there as a stooge. I'm basically there as in buying bits and pieces myself, but I tend to hang me. I'm like, I get when it gets too hot for me, or it gets because I've got a budget in my mind, in my head. I've got a budget price at every coin that I'm buying, so I'm what trying to think how much do I pay for that? How much do I go? Because there's what they call auction fever, which you can go a lot more for it. Metal of Freedom. It's got two rifles like that. There's two rifles going over that way. It's your right. It's a Defenders of Freedom set. Defenders of Freedom set. Nationwide. No, because that says down there was packages. The packages that were inside it, and the thing on them there was 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was number. That was number one. That was number one. That was marked number 1. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I put it over there because I know that that's going. Because that was the whole idea was to buy these sets to thing me for that. But that's some of them. Some of them will end up my collection because that's what I do. I pick out certain things. I'm like, want that, want this, want that, want that, want this, want that, want that. But sometimes it takes me about a month or so to time me to decide. Well, do I like that? Am I really want to keep it? Do I really like it that much? Is it worth keeping in my own collection? Because some things you'll never see again. They'll do some things that's discontinued and you would never see it again. Because only there's so many of them. New $20 dollar, I've not seen it yet. I've got some notes, but no all of them. No all of the notes. Oh, I, I saw I saw slabs and thing. There's a couple of them I think I'm gonna end up keeping like the pennies. Cause that's the weeks. That's 1950.
Yeah, look, where's your coffee? Here.
Cause that's 1950. 1953. Cause that's what it's told. That's it's because they're not that they were saying that they were generic. They were calling that a generic slab. It says UNC. There was ones where they were actually thing it was telling you where there was a website or something that I saw on them on these ones, but it's because it's not a grader that's well known. It's like Annex. You've got ones where you like Annex, and you've got ones with NGC on them. nationwide. There's all sorts on here, mate. There's a couple for you, there's a couple for UK, and there's also there's also a huge following, mate, of Ingme, as in people as in over in the USA that come to that actually come to my channel, and that's because I built up a big following. Because when I first started YouTube, that's all I was buying. That's all I was buying was USC coins, and I met these people through other people. As in, it's like you go through one person and you meet 5 other people, and then 10 other people, and then 15 other people, and 20 other people, but they know each other. And then it'll be one channel knows another channel, then knows another channel, and they'll be like shouting each other out. So then you start to get to know people, and as you get to know people, you end up with a bigger following. And that's what I'm showing. I'm showing the real call. Andrew's like, that ain't get that word didn't ding me, because that's what we're talking about. We're trying to ding me. I said to Andrew, we've made a rule up that there's no swearing, no profanities, and not being offensive to other people, and there's to be no bullying. So even if a troll comes on here and it starts saying offensive things to people, there is a full load, there is a full squad of mods. And if the mods do know you and you say, as in profanity words, like the swearing, being offensive to women, stuff like that, they will time you out. And obviously doing me, it's like, I saw that Andrew. I saw that he went potty mouth and didn't realise. He didn't do it intentionally. He didn't realise, because I didn't say nothing about, as in the thing with the words that we talked about. I just left it, and then I just sort of, and then when you deleted it, I was like, hold on a minute. I was like, because I was ready to accept it, and then I thought, hold on, and you were quite right. He's actually dinged me. It's fine, and just ding me as I'm saying. Because what it is, I've got it saying, as in, that's Eisenhower silver dollars. That's 74. That's 74. No, because I says to Andrew, what it is that okay, your channel says, or some people put, there's 3 sections on YouTube, and when you make a video, you have it either put as restricted for age 18, which you're allowed to do, right? So you have only over 18s viewing your content. But mine's, when I make a video, my videos say not made for kids. But there was what they put in as copper law, right, by YouTube, right? And when copper law happened, YouTube get fined so many billions of pounds. It was because their algorithms were influencing children by the age of, I think it was 12, between the age of 12 and upwards. So I'm thinking about the younger generations coming into coins, right? So a child could be viewing this or watching this while we speak with an appropriate adult. So when they see words like swearing or whatever else or profanities, they think that that's acceptable language, and then they start throwing it to Tom, Dick, or Harry, as in the elders, and there's a law passed. Now, 4 years ago, if you done what your mother done to you, as in even a tap to a child, that's considered as assault. You can be charged for that. For assault. It's changed since the days that we were growing up, because you were told you respect a thing, you respect your elders. It's not that anymore. A child could go into a school and actually as in give a teacher a load of snash, and a teacher can't do nothing. She can't do nothing about it. So the days it's changed since we were kids. You can't say we cannot say ba black sheep anymore. We cannot say that as in about blackboard anymore, because that's considered as racist, as being racist. Right, I've done the freedom. I've done that one. Because I got one that says number 2 in it, and I'm like looking at it and I'm going, what the hell is that? Why does that get that on it? Because I'm nearly just about finished. Well, this is what it's coming to. It's ridiculous. But nothing we can do about it. You just got to live with it. Oh, what we got here? Ooh, we got a blue box. Oh, got a blue box. Ooh, got a blue box. What's in the blue box? Let's see what's in the blue box. Certificate of authenticity. This certificate of authenticity attests to the fact that the coin in this collection is genuine United States coinage. Genuine USA coins were produced in limited quantities by the United States, authenticated and inspected for quality by a professional numismatist. I can never say that word right, and certified to be in collectible condition. 13761 HS. 1987. It's 1987. It's 1987, half dollar. I don't even think I bet you any money I can't get it out of this box. can't get out of the box. I reckon Dingway, it looks about the size of half. It looks the size of $50, so it does. It's got coin and certificate. It says certificate of authenticity. And it's 1982. It's 1987. It's probably a silver. It's probably a silver. It's probably a silver proof. It's probably a silver proof. That's probably what it'll be. It'll be a silver proof. Joe does that. As in what? That's what you get. You get like a clad. You get like a clad, and then you got a proof. And then you got a proof coin, and then you got a silver, and then you got a silver proof. The silver proof's a lot higher. But that's you're trying to work out what the difference is between them. I might not be here in 20 years, as in my health, as in the last 5 years, my health deteriorated. I started going downhill for no reason. Right. I got no leg. I got no leg. Look, I'm legless. I'm legless. I've got no left. I've got half the leg. I've got half leg, half a left leg. I had what they call vascular peripheral disease. Andrew's pissing himself laughing. Yeah, that's funny. Andrew, I bought another one. Look, be accident. Look, but I paid a bit more for it. Look. John Matheson again. So it is John Matheson. I gave 38 for that. 38 for that one. You and your trade. That's nearly 40. Is it plated? No, it's thingy. It's fine silver. It's the 1 ounce Troy. It's 1 ounce Troy. It's 1 ounce Troy. It's 1 ounce Troy. So it is. I traded Andrews three the other week. Three them the other week, about 2 weeks ago. Andrew will tell you, traded them 3 them for Dingway as a load of dimes and some half dollars. No, it's proper Dingway. Hi Lenny. That's only Dingway. Did a bit of thickness here. About thickness of a coin, the edge of a coin. It's about 30. I think it's about 38 grams or something like that in it. It's 1 Troy, 1 ounce Troy. She's on it, 1 ounce Troy. But the John Matheson, it's the numbers on them. The lower the numbers, the higher the figure they are, the higher the value they are. For the John Mathesons. I get told the John Matheson bars there wasn't many of them left. That's what I get told. There wasn't many of them left. But I'm one of these people. I listen to what's been told, and that's it. I don't argue. I don't argue with it. I don't sit and argue with people. As the minute you start arguing with people, well, you're blocked on my channel. You're not coming back on my channel. And if you're buying stuff off of them in auctions and you're blocked, you've just shut a door on you've just shut a door on yourself. Sometimes you're better saying keeping your mouth shut. Listen to what you think, what you hear. Take it with a grain of salt. And that's that. End of story. But some of them that do auctions, they are proper dealers. They know what they're talking. They know what they're talking about. They've studied it. So I don't argue with somebody that knows more than what I do. Because here's 1964p. Because what will happen is if I have ones that I've actually got, as in what I'll usually do is I'll put ones into my collection, and then what I have more of, or what I have more of a certain one, I tend to put bits and pieces into the grab. And if I can't, the whole idea was if I can't sell it singly, well, I'll put it in my grab bag. So if I put it in my grab bag and I get some of my money, if I get some of my money back for it, it means then I can use it. Because the whole idea is not to take the money out of the channel. Whatever you donate to the channel stays into the channel. It buys other things, it buys other ones. And it's like Andrew's like, I don't like pennies. He's like, but you keep buying them. Some of the pennies have got more value to them as in the actual pennies. There's pennies out there that are worth $2,000 on their own for just 1 cent. But I don't, because I don't search them, I'm not really interested. If I buy them at, say for instance, I buy a roll at $15 and I sell them at $1. I sell them at $1 a piece, right? And there's 50 coins in a roll. That's $50. That's $50. That's me doubled my money. It means then that money will go to something else. So if I see something like a silver thing, because I'm not really into gold items. Gold I know is more expensive than what silver is. I know that because I was dealing with jewellery well before I even was on YouTube. I was dealing with my dad when it was like £2 and £3 a gram. And then we didn't realise the price he got, but he only wanted that money for drink money. We used to go into an auction. It used to be on a Tuesday and Thursday, Trongate, Glasgow. Used to go up there and we pay straight money. And that's how we deal with them. And there used to be, what's his name again? It'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. I can picture him. Can't remember his name. It's young me. He was the father-in-law. The boy I used to run about with for years, Peyton's cousin or half stepdad. I can picture him sitting there too. And it was Tim. We found out that he was going to that sale, and we were buying for that same sale, same auction. But that's what I'm saying. That was when the prices were really low in gold. We were what happened is that auction we get stuff in for like the pawn shops that the pawn couldn't sell, and it would go into their sale. And sometimes they'll be like a job lot, so you pick up stuff in a job lot. Because that's why I say job lot, and a lot of Americans don't understand what a job lot is. Job lot means more than one. I do like silver. I've got silver necklaces and bits and pieces, but I don't wear them. And there's a there's a 2001. Lenny, I was trying to get up to the thing. I was trying to get up to the I was trying to get up to the dollars and the Morgans, but they're more the dollars and the Morgans. They're bulky. They're nice. They're nice when they're in really nice condition. But I mean, I've got like a lot of the. I like a lot of the. That's in John Argent. Hold on, guys. Right, that's in that lot. Because I've got to remember which job lots or which lot. Because that's the reason why they're numbered. The reason why the bags are numbered is because that is the lot that they were in. So that was the lot they were in with Joe Durbin's auction. So I always remember which, because I actually get invoice sheets. That's when you said about showed Lenny the thing where I was wanting to show him it. Anyway, as in thing when you asked about the West Point, I was trying to remember which bag it would be in, or which one it was in. Which number was it in? Which one was it in? Was it in brown? Was it in that brown one? Was it in the brown one? It's in John Argent's. I know exactly which one it's in. It should be in John Argent's one. Because I usually put them back in. Yeah, look there. It's a quarter dollar. And it's a 2020. And that's a double. That's a W, so that's Westport. So that's West Point. That's what it stands for. The W stands for West Point. And that one's, as I'm saying, that's a 2020. That one's got a different. That's what I'm saying. That one's got a different design to the other one, but it's still a Westport. But that's still a West Point too. That's still a West Point, but it's got different. It's got a different design on it for 22. And the definitely is 2020. John Argent got him for some. John Argent got him for somewhere and then put him in his sale. And I'm like, I'm having them. I'm buying them. Mine's. That's what I'm saying. Some of them know. I think some of them and I think some of them when they see me coming, they know that Alex is a good buyer, and it's a case of get out his road. It's a case of get out his road quick. Get out his road quick. Get out his road, because the wee man will just ding me. I'll keep going, but then I don't always keep going with something. If I determine what I'll pay for it in my own head, and then I'll go, right, that coin I want to pay at least, because I've worked it out. I'm like, when I'd started doing the grab bags, the whole idea was to keep them under 15, the whole idea. So now I've got a figure in my head, every coin I buy is got to be under 50. So I've got to be under $15. Because I'm like, right, but then I realised I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it that. But when you're getting the thing, I'll show you in a minute. Right, I'm gonna open the grab bag. I'm gonna open the grab bag up, right, and I'm gonna show you something. Just out of, right. So I put this together, right. The grab bag, that's what I'm saying, is 30. The new idea that's coming into operation shortly is I'm gonna do a spin the wheel idea, but nobody is going to be a loser, because what they'll get is they'll get a grab bag and they'll get entered into the prize drawing. The prize drawing will be it'll either be a slab, it'll either be a slab, or I got hold of some copper rounds. So you either get up with a copper round, because I can only do as in one prize. So it might not be anything special, but that'll be the top prize for spin the wheel. You pay the donation. The donation will be $30. For your $30, you get a grab. $30, you get a grab bag. The grab bag will consist of basically a load of mixed coins. You might get a couple of UK coins, but this is one I made up, right? So there's a $quarter, a lowell, right? A p, right? There's a 1964 dime, right? Now it says on it 90%, so it's 90% silver. 1964D RPM, because this is old stock, right, that I got off of BLK Numismatics. I missed the guy, right, because he used to give me a good deal, right. 1980. So this is Mexicanos, right, the dragon, right, 1980, right. You got 53D wheat cents, right. You got a 1 cent, right, 1 cent. You get an 1897 V-nickel, right. You get, I think I can't remember if it's Denver or Philly, right. 1970 quarter. I'm just showing you what's in one of the bags, right? One of the grab bags, so you know. Aye, that's 19. I'm sure this is 1969, right? Canadian 1944. That's a 1969. You also get a 1946 $half, 90%. Yeah, a 56D wheat cent in good shape. you get 1969 nickel. One that says Ireland on the back of it. 5 cent. And then you get 2 cents. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This one's slightly short. So there's 15 coins in that. For your 30. So if somebody turns around and says to me, hold on a minute, I don't think that you're being fair. I can turn around and say, well, you don't think I'm being fair. Oh, hold on a minute here. Here's two thingy. Here's two. I can go like that. I can put my hand on as in a coin and go, right, I'll tell you what I'll do with you. I'll go, here's two UK coins, and I'll go like that, and I'll put the gloves on, and I'll go like that, and put them into two flips, put them into that, and go, there you grab bag. I'm not here. I'm not on YouTube to rip anybody off. I'm here. He's a fair deal. If somebody doesn't feel that I don't give them a fair deal, email me and say, I got a problem. I'll sort it with them. I spend 2 days if I have to with somebody till I get to the bottom of something. But I hate when somebody's not being genuine with me and they try and rip and they're ripping the hole out of it and they know they're doing it. And you're trying to please them. Trying to do every way possible to please that person for them to go away happy. And it's as if you can't. Oh, I hadn't. He'd probably sitting there or angry as in there all the time. He'd probably been there all the time. Sometimes I don't know where to take you seriously, Hidden or no. Sometimes I'm like, have I went too long? Because I know that some people do an hour, that's it. But then I'm trying to get the watchers up, because if I can get the watchers up, then I hit my monetization. Then I can put my super chats into order, and then I can put I'll try it now, Hidden, and see what happens. So some that's I don't think we've done before. Is he unaware? Is he hide? Is he hide? Is he hide? His thing with his hidden, hiding, cause he said he was not, cause he said he was not what. We'll see what happens in Dingway when he does. Well, let's see what happens when he comes back, or he ting me, or he says something in the chat. No, I'm not gonna show them ones. I show them ones. I'm not showing something because I'm gonna do content with something with a role or something. I'm not showing them ones. That show them thing with the ones. $19.59p. I can't even get them. The ones that the old tape on them. I can't even get the ones opened. The ones there because it's old tape. That's 1960. That's 1960D. It says large date. And there's 60s, so that'll be P, large date. I was wanting to see if he would as and there and then realise he's now blue and realise now he's blue. You thought? Did you think? Did you think I was Dingway? Do you think I was going to time? I was going to time you. I was going to time you. Nah, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. That's not me. No. No, I didn't even realise, and then it wasn't until you come in the chat there and he goes, "But where's?" And you felt left out. Where's my blue? Where's my blue spanner? He's got blue spanner, but I don't. No, because I'm gonna do that. Is going to be other That's going to be other content. Because there was I didn't even see it. It wasn't until I opened it and I cried. I actually nearly cried because it says on it back quarter 20. It says 2020 P and then it's got question mark. And I thought that'd be quite good for content. You put another title of content or a live. Put the content. Content are these back quarters because hidden both ends, as now you can see, is the Kennedys. So it could be. I don't know. No, I'm going to leave the ones because that'll be another live. Put a content and then we'll go through them and see if if there is. Because I'm one of these people I like surprises, but then some of these, as in obviously I bought them and they put a question mark, so they were double-ended. So they've not even opened them. You actually look. So there might be. He'll take myself it. Ha 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 ha, Hidden. You funny. That's the one I've been telling you about, guys, as in the thing where he says he's only fat. He's only tell them, Hidden, you're only fat, you're only 5. You're only 5, but a smart 5-year-old, but a smart 5-year-old. No, because that's, I don't know if I've got that one, 2003, because that's the 50 state quarters, because when you open them up, the 50 state quarters, usually that's exactly what it is. It's like two units, in one, so you get like, as in you have like the, because there's this, that's Sacagawea. See that on there? That's Sacagawea. That is the woman carrying a baby on her back. Because that's the $1. But usually when you buy a 50 state set, they come with the quarters, the proof set. There could be a non, and there could be a W in it. Sometimes it happens that it could be in that role, but it might not be. So we bought it on the pretenses as and there could be a W, but it didn't get sold at W price, because W price is sort of top end at the moment. It started at a reasonable price and worked itself up. So that's how an auction works. You pay what you think you want to pay for something, and the highest bidder gets it or owns it. So it's probably stopped at a figure that was under the W price per coin, because it goes on per coin. But it's Hidden says it's about time I shut up and let somebody else come on. Because that's all I wanted to do, was show the thing, show the thing with the mail call. And then somebody asked about the double, and then somebody asked about the 20W. Because Hidden's got a lot of nice coins, Hidden's got a lot more coins than what I have. A lot more. But he knows what he's doing. Sometimes I tend to follow Hidden's lead, because sometimes he sort of got a feeling where Hidden's going to end up with something, as in the price of something. Sometimes I'll tend to go behind him and just watch. But then Hidden goes usually for a lot of the silver. Hidden usually goes for a lot of the silver. But then he likes if anybody's got coins out there, as in that you want to give as a gift, Hidden comes for the moon. So any coin that's got a moon on it, or a ship, as in, or a space shuttle or something like that, send it Hidden. If you want to give him a gift, that's what you send them, because that's his nickname, Moon Boy. That's Moon Boy. And he even says he comes for the he even says he comes for the moon. He even says that. according to what I heard, that they went out for the West Point. They went out for the West Point and shared them in two different locations, because John, they came, them two coins in particular came for John Argent. I bought them off of John Argent at John as an auction. I just said that it was a mail call. I didn't say the thing we as in I didn't want to start going in the ins and outs. I just felt that thing with that if I didn't even need to explain everything, as in if I just said a mail call and that was it. But they came for, that's what I'm saying. It was John Argent that found him. But sometimes I go into auctions and I feel that either the stuff's too cheap, the stuff's either too cheap, and there's other times where it's like, it's, don't get me wrong, it's good quality stuff, but it's like coin ops. But coin ops, Robert Lawson is errors and variety is the guy for errors and varieties. Now, errors and varieties have got good value on them, or heavy value on them, and usually it's good stuff. It's usually good stuff, but because the amount of people that's actually in that auction, you maybe like, or there might be like 60 odd people that you're bidding against in that auction. I tend to go in when it's sort of I tend to feel that if it's a quiet week, I'll usually go in there and I'll hit the sort of low, I'll hit the low end, I'll hit the sort of low end stuff, but the good stuff, the sort of low end, and then I'll tell me when you see me saying out, that's me as in respecting them, so that they know that that's you finished. You're not going to go any higher. See, I've never been to a coin show. I don't even know if there's coin shows in the UK. I don't even know, and you probably wouldn't. There was only the only time I've ever found American stuff over here was that British Heart Foundation. That was an auction. There was 15 lots, and I'm talking about heavy job lots in it, and I won one job lot out of it. That was what I got, one job lot, and there was a couple of, I think it was a couple of American dimes in it, a couple of Canada quarters, I think, and something else was in the lot. It was a mixed bundle, and it says mixed lot. It said on it mixed lot of foreign of from around the world. It said from around the world. That's what it said on it. That's the only time that I found Americans over here, or American stuff over here. I think it was there was 4 dimes. There was 4 dimes in it. That's what it was. There was 4 dimes I found. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think there's a coin show over here. I don't even have a. I know somebody that gets a magazine. He gets it for W.H. Smith. That's where he gets it for. British Heart Foundation puts a lot of stuff on eBay. They have their own. See, people don't realise that eBay is an auction site, but you become a user ID, so you get like a page of your own, and BH British Heart Foundation is a charity organisation, and a lot of their stuff goes on. They put it on eBay. That's where it goes. A lot of the good stuff goes on eBay, and that's where it was. It was from. I think it's for Leeds. I think it was for Leeds or something, I think it was. Because I remembered that it came in a, I think it was that, I think I threw the box out. It was a box, it looked a box like that, but except it hung me and inside it said on it, I've actually sorted it out, it's gone now, it's all sorted, as in the coins that was in it. But that's what was in it. There was a couple. Because I was dumbfounded. I was like, that can't be. That's from Frogworth Antiques. That's for envelopes. That's for flips. I'm sure I had the invoice here somewhere. That's not that. Because I think that's the rubbish that was down there. I think that was the rubbish that was left there. I think that was the rubbish. Because I went, that's green, that's yucky. I went there. See, we don't have estate sales. I say estate, they don't call them estate sales over here. I was watching that what the hell. I was watching that what the hills. What hills. It was on a lot of the videos for YouTube. It's going on to It's going through Facebook. It's going through Facebook. And I was watching one of what the hills, and he opened this this vault, and inside it was a load of Canadian stuff and all that car on, and it's what Ian was saying there. It was they do storage units or storage auctions over in America. Oh, I don't know. I think he's for America, but he doesn't speak American. He doesn't speak American. What the hell's that's what he's called. What the hell's. But I was watching it through Facebook. I think Andrew's only got about 3 videos. I think Andrew's only got about 3 videos or something. I think he's got one that's a mail call from me. He's got I think one that's thing me a mail call or something for Conan and something else, haven't you, Andrew? I think that's 3 or 4 videos he's got. But he's definitely, he says he wants to put he wants to put more content. It was what the hell. It was what the hills. The problem is Andrew works all week, and then he just does this as a thing. With coins to him is just like hobby. But he's alright. He is a good collector. He's to me, if I was to say about Andrew, I would say he's a heavy collector. I wouldn't say he was a light. I wouldn't say he was a light collector, especially with American coins. But he does like he's British. He does like he's British. He does like he's British too. But he likes his USA. I'd probably say he likes his USA more than he does his UK ones. Because he bought a set off me just recently, as in a UK one. But I got it. Well, I felt as if I got it for the right money. Whether I sold it for what it was worth or whatever, it didn't really matter. And once, to me, if somebody asks you a price and you put a price out there, you say, this is the price yet. There's no turning back once you say a price. And sometimes it's better saying, we'll talk to me later on, and then trying to figure it out. But then if you go too high for it, somebody will go, don't really want it. I'm not really interested in it. But if you sort of go too low, you're doing yourself out of money. But if you sort of go in a ballpark and think, well, because all you have to do is you can go on eBay and you can look up prices of things. What was the last sold? How much was it? Much was the value of that? It's only what somebody wants to pay for something. You got to think about it that way. It's what somebody thingy wants to pay for something. It's different when you put something into like, because we've got like over in the UK, we've got like there's Bonhams, there's Christie's, and then there's Sotheby's. Sotheby's deal all over the world. Christie's as well, and so does Bonhams. But then you've got other wee ones that are not recognised as much. Because a lot of people, what they do is the one that I went to where I got that royal family stuff. A lot of people take stuff for sale and send it straight over to Christie's, which is it used to be across the street, and put things in and get better money for it. But with an auction, it depends on the day, and it depends as in how advertised an auction is. If it's advertised properly and rightfully, you could have a guy in the end of a phone and he'll just turn around and tell you, I'm willing to bid that much and I'm not going to stop. I know everybody's now asking about that coin, and I don't even know where it went. I definitely had it. I put it in a thing. I put it in a pat, in a thin flip. No, that one of them. It was thinner than that. I put it in there. The last time I saw it, it was up there. It was up there, up beside the Chromebook, beside near the TV, or was it? I can't remember if the TV was there. It happened to be up there. I moved something as in the thing either fell on the floor and then I put it over there. But then I don't know if I moved it from there to over there, over there. And then I was doing a cut of packages, and I don't know if I went like that and I've went like that and put it in it, because it was definitely, it was dark, this thing was dark in colour, I know that much. And it was definitely I'm sure it was 1909 S. And now I can't find it. I've looked all over the place for it. I think I must have asked Andrew about three times was it in, and the only fact is, see if I had have dropped it in somebody's packet and he'd got it. See, as long as somebody turns around and says, I've got it, I've got it. I'd have turned around and says, well, I've lost it. It's my luck. It's not my luck. But when I turn around and says, well, I won it, I'm going to, and I'd have kept going at them. I'd have turned. It was the fact of losing it and couldn't find it. That's what was bugging me even. That's what was bugging me even more. Where the hell did it land? Did I manage to, or did that happen? Did I put it in somebody's package and not realise that I'd done it? And that would have pacified my mind, knowing somebody else got it. Okay, I've lost it. Money's put on my, oh well, I've lost it. Too bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to start shouting and falling out with people and shouting out with people. It was the fact that it was here. I couldn't find it, and I turned the room upside. I just about nearly turned the room upside down just to see where it had landed. I was like, it's got to be here somewhere, because I know it was here and can't find it. And then everybody was taking the piss out of us. It felt as if everybody was taking the piss out of us. He's lost that, and they kept all about this 1909S. And I'm thinking to myself, I shouldn't have said nothing to anybody. It was the fact of losing it, and I'm like, it could. Is it possible? Is it possible to replace it or have something to replace it that was more sentimental value? Because I'm sure that thing came out of four mixed rolls, and I got a funny feeling I waited for them rolls coming, and I got a funny feeling they came for Chuck Daugherty, but it wasn't they weren't BUs. It wasn't a BU. I know that much. It was a right dark looking one. Because when I first found it, I put it under the thingy. I put it under the microscope, and I was showing Conan, and I says to Conan, what grade would you say these were? Or can you help me? I'm not 100% sure. And I put it under the microscope, and as soon as he saw it, he went, Alex, do you know what you've got there? And I'm like, no. And he's like, and I was like, and he looked the way he was getting, it was like the nod he was giving me, and I was like, why is he telling me? And then when I looked at it, I went, oh my god. I nearly actually down me. I nearly fell on my backside. Because I was like, I've actually found this coin. I'm like, there's no way this can be real. This can be real. It was like a kid winning a sweetie, and it wasn't supposed to have it. I was like, oh my god. I felt that proud of having it. I showed everybody it. It was like pride of place. It was sat there, and when I was tidying up, that's what happened. I was tidying up the room. I was tidying it up, and I heard things fall. The only thing I can think of, it fell in the drawers, and it's underneath the drawer. The only last place I can think it's underneath the drawers. You're right. It drives you crazy when you can't find something. You know it was there, and it's it's not the fact of losing it. It's the fact that you knew it was there, and you can't find it, and then you get told when you're not looking for something, you come across something you'd been looking for months. You were looking for months, and you weren't even looking for it at the time. Well, guys, I think it's time to call it a day. It's 11 o'clock. And certain people going to their bed because that's what I thought. I thought I'll jump on quick. I know usually they go up to play. Usually they go one year goes up to usually either goes up to Coventry, or it'll go up to Langley, or it'll go up to Langley. It go up to Langley. Mine's usually head up, as in usually mine's usually get held at I'm sure that when they go into Heathrow Airport, as in the actual the shipping, the stuff that's for shipping, I'm sure there's I'm sure there's two belts. I'm positive there's two belts, and it goes either way. Because they say it's a holding facility at Heathrow. I've seen them 3 days, 5 days, as in sitting at Heathrow, and you're thinking to yourself, is this going to go through? Is this going to go through or no? And then all of a sudden, you go and check it again, and you find out that it's sitting at Thingy, as in like yours now sitting at Coventry. As usually mine goes up to Coventry or Langley, and then it goes for Langley, and then it goes all the way up to Thingy, all the way up to Glasgow. There's the last couple of the Thingy, they've not been doing customs lately, the duty and customs. Is that the last two? I don't know if they've because the new laws or whatever. I don't know. I haven't a clue. But they were holding them at one stage and charging you for the duty of customs on them, and they were taking 14. They were taking 14 days for invoicing an invoice sheet sent you, saying that they were lying at parcel forces ducat or must be a holding pen or something. But it's nice to get something for America, something different, something that's unusual that you've never seen before, and you're like, oh, never seen that. There really is nice coins. There is nice coins over there because there's two sets there. Because I tend to like the ones that's in the slab. It's in the slab. It's in the slabs. Because there's ones there. They're a Lincoln Mint mark. I haven't even looked in the magnifying glass to see how young that actually them three ones are. There's 1948 P that's in there. 1948 D, 1948 S is the thing with the wheat is the wheat's in that. I bet you can't. The Dansko. I've had a few nice Dansko albums, but they weren't full. But then I'm one of these I like to see. I love know the part I love the part of search. It's not the buying and selling. It's not the buying and selling. It's the searching to find something, or somebody turns around and says to you, "I'm looking for such and such." And I usually, if I've got more of it, I'm the one that turn around and say, I've got it here. I don't mind if somebody turns around and says, well, I'll tell you what, hang me, going to make me a packet up, going to make a package up. I'll pay the thing, mate. I'll pay the shipping. I'll pay the shipping cost. It's nice to see something going into somebody's collection, and then it'd be like, and it's like when they open it up and they do a mail call and they're like, oh yeah, and it's like, yay, like that, jumping up and down. You know you've done. You feel proud. You feel proud in yourself, but you feel proud for them, as in that they've managed to actually get what they need to finish their collection, or for to actually build their collection further, to build their collection further on. 1909S. I don't even think I've got 1909S Indian Head. The one that wasn't a 1909S Indian. It was a 1909S wheat. It was. I didn't even know there was a 1908 thing with Indian Head. Because the thing I've got. Where does mine go? 1905, 1907, 1906, 1908, 1890. I've got two 1890s, and then I've got 1903, and I've got 1892, and backwards. I've took out. That's what I'm saying, Andrew. I've took out the ones that are thing, mate. I've took out the ones that were like were doubles, and then I've took maybe two the same, because they were different different conditions. So that set was a big, as in when that box came in, that box was actually thing, mate. That box was actually full. Different year dates. But I've sort of I've sort of brought it down a bit, as in that's about, as in there's about just about a handful. Uh, that's about it. That's what I'm saying. I won't give up collecting them. I'd like to be able to, as in, build a full set, of them right to near the end. But if it becomes more, if there's certain ones that become more, as in, more expensive, I don't think I'll be able to afford the more expensive ones unless the channel grows that big without being able to actually bust any money out the channel itself, just to actually treat myself as in the odd once or twice. Because that's like that bell. I treated myself to that bell and that box as well. That bat box. It's actually a back quarters stash box. It's got two back quarters, as in top and bottom. But the way somebody's done it is they've mushroomed it. The bottom is flat. The bottom is flat, and it looks like somebody's done like it looks like a ring, and that's as in soldered to the bottom of the flat back quarter. And then what they've done is he's mushroomed the actual back quarter, as in on top. I paid as in quite a good bit for it, but I reckon it's worth it all day long. What I actually paid for it. But it's one of the ones that you'd be like, oh my god, do you know what I mean? Somebody's done that and they've actually spent the time doing that, because something that's handmade is totally just unique on its own, and it's the labour that goes into that. It could have took 2 hours. It could have took 2 days to do it, just to make it like that, because it takes skill to actually get it to turn out right. $18.89. $18.92. $18.93. $18.96. See, the difference is I know that there won't be any expensive ones in this box, because I know that the thing with the guy I get him off for thing me knows his stuff. But then I'm not really worried, because I'm not really in, as I said, I'm not really in it yet. I'd rather stick. I'm one of these people. I'd rather stick with the bread and butter, because if I had a coin like that at $700 or $700, and if I was to lose it, I'd be kicking myself. I'd be kicking myself up and down the place. I would actually be kicking myself. Nobody would have to do it for me. I'd be doing it myself, kicking myself up and down the place like a rag doll for losing it in the first place. That's why I tend to stick with the thing with the sort of bread and butter, the bread and butter. But I tend to buy the thing with the I know exactly what I'm looking for, because that's what a certain person says to me. When you see about quality, what does that, when I keep saying about quality, he's like, what does that mean? You try to tell me that to him it was like to him it sort of felt as if it was like an insult. but it was me as in because I like the grade, so I don't like bottom grade stock. I like sort of middle road, sort of middle road, because I know that as in UK, if it's really nice, it's like if you put a nice spread in a case and somebody sees something that shines like bling, it stops and makes them look. They'll sort of be as in going down an aisle or whatever. If you're at a car boot sale or whatever, and you've got a stall, and all of a sudden they see something that takes their fancy, they'll stop immediately. They just stop in the spot. They'll stop in the spot. They'll stop in the spot within 2 seconds. And when you've grabbed them in, they're actually looking for something in particular that takes their fancy. And if it's at the right money, they'll buy it. They'll buy it. But if you give them a good deal, they'll keep coming back to you all the time. And that's where I like a client that keeps coming back for more. But my dad says, be fair with them. Don't be greedy. Don't be too greedy. But then if you've got something you got something that nobody else has got, you can ask what figure you like. But I'm not like that. I've never been greedy. I'm quite happy earning a wee bit of it and thing, turning it as an over and thing, putting it into new stock and putting it into new stock. Maybe you will, because that's what happened with mine. I started putting in the updates for the USPS, and that's exactly what I said. That's what I said yesterday. I had an email saying that it was due in, and then this morning it said it was out for delivery. I thought, nah, there's no way they're just going to drop it at the doorstep. And did chapped at the door, and dang me, mum's like, have you got a package? She goes, dang me, she thinks that you must go daft for me. Thinking, oh, he's done it again, he's spending his money again. Fuck's sake. She can't stop me from buying. She can't stop me from buying. It's my money. I can do what the hell I like. I can do the hell I like with it. But she's more worried about thing with me getting doesn't taken. Probably it's a case that she's frightened in case I get taken for a ride. I think that's more the case. I think that's what it is. That's ridiculous that almost got packages stolen twice. I heard somebody was saying that they don't knock on the door. They're doing that in the UK. They won't even let you touch the thing with the barcode reader. They've got an actual, it's like hand machine, and the thing, the one that Andrew, there was for instance, Andrew sent me a package, and the postman, as in he paid the right money for it, done it with special delivery, and with special delivery, 1 o'clock next day, they put it through the thing, the postman put it through the wrong doorstep. Put it through the wrong door. Aye, but luckily it was in the street. Luckily, Andrew, it was in the street. That's why, and he realised it. Do you know he actually realised Anthony? He actually realised that he'd done it. He says that he realised after he put it through the door, he realised what he'd done. He realised what he'd done. He came in, now me chapped the door and says, oh, I put a package through 114's door. Couldn't be any more ding me, sorry. The ding me isn't apologetic to my ma at the front door. I'll come back at hang me at 5. And he did come back. But the guy he hang me, as I'm saying, Andrew, the guy was working and hang me as and that's in the light on. So I went down to get a drink of water or hang me a bottle of water, as in because usually I go down at night time. Back at 10, Mum says, a bit late, chap, somebody's door. I seen the light on. Oh, I just chance it. I bet you were. I was sweating when I sent you yours. I was like, and thing me. I packaged it up, sealed it all up, made sure it was well sealed, buddy, and then ding me and sent it away. After I sent it, I was like, did I send it to the right person? And it bothered me for about a day. Did I send it to the right person? I know, but I knew there was two big packages between you. It was either between you and Dale, so I knew the two of them was gone. And I was like, I hope Andrew doesn't turn around and say that that parcels went a missing, because I just delete the thing. Get till I didn't get mines. I'd been gutted, man. I'd have been like, if you hadn't got yours, I'd have been like, fucking, I'd have sorted it with you. I done that with a guy, as in, that happened to me, as in, in America, and I never got the parcel. The guy swore blind that thing we sent it. So I turned around and says to him, I says, I tell you what I'll do with you. I felt that bad. I was like, well, I don't want to take it all off you, as in the whole money for what I paid you for it, because I paid him like $100 odd or something like that for it. I says, I tell you what I'll do with you. I says, I'll half it with you. If you definitely sent it and you said you sent it, instead of us saying me arguing over it, but then he sent me $30 and I wouldn't take the money, because I was like, well, if I accept your offer of 30 now, you're not going to give me the rest of it. So I waited, and I was like, I'm not going to take your money. And then I was like, I emailed him and I says, look, I tell you what I'll do with you. I went like that. I says, so much was it I spent me? I think it was 100. I was like, I think it's 120 I've spent me. Just call it 60. It means then you don't lose money off it and I don't lose money off it. It means then you're happy and I'm happy. So if I get a bit of my money back, I'm quite happy. I done the same with Hangman. I done the same with Justin Busman. Got that big box and then he's tinged me and then he come back saying in Messenger he was trying to make out that I'd got more than my money's worth. Oh, you hang me. You took you took money twice. You took money twice. You got your money back. Plus, you got money more than your money. Plus, you got a box of stuff. I was like, no, I don't think so. I was like, you hang me. And actually, I said to him, and then he hang me. He says, because I said about a box of pennies, and I was like, I says to him, I says, well, if you feel that you still owe me $35 or whatever it is, it's up to you whether you pay it or you don't. It's up to you. I'm just using this as an example. I've sort of forgave the guy. I don't forget what happened, but I've forgiven the guy. But I'm just using it as an example, as something that did happen that I can use as an experience, and I'm just saying about it. But I was like, if you feel that you still owe me that, then it's up to you. If you want to pay me it, then pay me it. If you feel guilty about it, if you don't feel that I deserve it, then hang me, because I was willing to. I get two payments back off of PayPal, and I was quite happy getting them 2 payments back, because there were 2 big payments, the 2 last payments. And because PayPal dealt with it, they actually put it in my account. I waited for it going in my account, and it did go in my account. And I know it did. They put it in PayPal. And I was willing to just call it, forget it. That's your slate wiped clean. But I'm going to be wary of you. I'm not going to buy off you right now. You need to hang me. I need to build up the trust back in you that I can be assured of you. But he lost, as Andrew says, he lost a good client. He lost a hell of a good client. If I get good stuff and I'm earning a bit off it, or if I can earn a bit or whatever, or do something with it, I'll take it, and it's at the right money. I buy it all day long. But I've just got to I've got to sort of take it easy, because I don't just deal with one person. I've got like 3 or 4 people that I actually deal with, and I tend to think about the whole. I tend to think about the whole community, not just one person. But I don't expect that one person to say, "You buy off me, and that's it." Because I might see things for other places that I might be interested in or I like to look at, and I go, "I want a wee bit there, and a wee bit there, and a wee bit here, and a wee bit there," because I'm trying to think me. Because I know what it's like with the community. I never even wore it because mum's like that and she smelled something. She went, that's stinking. Aye, it's funny, I know. I know that's the first time I've ever. Do you know what it put me in mind of? It put me in mind of that he knew what he was doing. To me, it felt as if he knew what he was doing. There was a space that was there, and what he's done is he's made it so that basically it felt heavier and wrapped up and put it in there, knowing that he was doing it. Because according to what I heard, there was somebody else that got a box, and when you opened the box at the Cincinnati show, guess what was in it? But I've only heard it through the grapevine. I don't know. It could be true. It could be not true. But the guy as well, the guy that he done it to, is well known. When he opened the thing, when he opened the bubble, when he opened the box, it was full of bubble. It was full of bubble wrap. There was no coins in it. Full of bubble wrap. Something tells me that is, as in when somebody does that, they know what they're doing. They done it deliberately, intentionally, done it and knew exactly what they were doing. And when you start doing that to people are sort of a bit wary, as in, well, would I buy off you because you're no one to be trusted, as in because they think me, and then they try to make out that thing with their head was not in the their head was not in the right place. But then when thing we as in the last one he was doing, he was showing his grand's coins. And I tell you something else, she's no one to be had. She's there in a bit she's there in a bit more. Tell you that much. If it was today to his young grand, I don't think she would be too pleased. She would be too pleased, and she's well known in the community. She's well known in the community too. A lot of people have got time for her. I've got time for her too. Exactly on that. Exactly. That's exactly that person gets disowned. I know. I know. I just didn't want to thing me. That's sort I made the peace with the guy because I was like, well, give him another chance, give him another chance. But it just, I, I don't put my faith into that person, as in I wouldn't buy off him. And if anything was to come off him, I'd be a bit wary because he actually did. He actually gifted a gift to me, as in thing me not so long ago, and thing me as I was saying to Andrew, and I just like that's somebody with a guilty conscience. So that's somebody with a guilty conscience. But I was like, well, at the end of the day, we none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. So at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? But just because that person's made one mistake, it doesn't mean to say that you've to hold it against them. That's like holding a gun against somebody's head, pointing at them, and you're holding your finger on the trigger, and they're thinking to themselves, "Are you gonna shoot? Are you gonna shoot me? Or you not gonna shoot me? As in, you gonna fire that thing? Or you not gonna fire it?" So that's what I find it down when somebody makes a mistake. But how far do you trust them after they do that to you? That's the one I use. I can flip it for that to that, but when I'm looking at a coin, I'm only looking at the year because my eyes is not as good as what they used to be. I could used to be black and I would spot it straight away. Well, man, that's what happened with his eyes. His eyes started deteriorating, and he couldn't see that it was small print. He couldn't read. You could read it if it was up there to him, but dang me, if it was that far away, you couldn't see it, and it was a small print that he started using. That's why that was an old magnifying glass he used to use. So that's got sentimental value attached to it. But that was all for that had a like a class there, and it had like a stand, and there was like a clamp there. He actually pulled it. My old man actually pulled it off because he used to use it for the small stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That's got sentimental value attached to it. It was originally mine's. I left it here after I moved out. But when I'm looking at a coin, I'm only checking for the year date, and the see if it's got a mint mark to put it into a tube. Because there's what me and Andrew were talking about this, right? If I was selling, if I it's got a third time. If I was selling them to, which one would you which one would you guys buy? Which one looks better? Because I done this the same thing with Andrew. Which one looks better out of two of them? Because it's the same thing, mate. It's the same day. It's the same day. It's the same date year. It's the same date year. It's 74. It's 74s in BU. It's 74s in BU. I bought a whole load to them because I actually need to shift some of them. Because it's the same date. Somebody says the thing, mate. The one in the crappy wrap. It's the same thing with the if I took the tinfoil off of that one, underneath it is a bankroll. Somebody done it to keep them in perfect condition, as in to keep them in BU. And I got them off a thing. I got them off a good source. And the good source told me that they were as in between either large or small date could be in them. And that's one thing. The source that I usually get stuff off of is usually always right. It's usually 100%. If I took the tinfoil off, that's what I'm saying. If I took the tinfoil off, that's what it'll turn out. It'll turn out that. It'll actually turn out that. It was somebody's collection and we're trying to keep it good. They're actually it's an actual bankroll, because I thought when I took the tinfoil off, I was expecting them all fall apart. I was expecting them all fall apart. And when I unwrapped them, that's what they were in. They were still in their original bank. They were still in their original bankrolls. That's why I don't shut the door. That's why I won't shut the door on it. That's why I try and not say things that I shouldn't say. It hasn't done me. Because if I say something that he feels that's wrong, I will get a thing. I will get dogs abuse. Well, thing is, no welding now. I think, to be honest, the place I think that's worth checking out is Wheatback. I reckon that's where we would probably find, because that's what I've been told. But Wheatback's no Wheatback's no welding now. That's why I'm not going to bother. As in, I know that I bought stuff off him, the stuff's there. I know that, but I'm not going to start bothering the guy. Once he's well enough, he'll do it. He'll email. But I reckon that's the best place, because that other source knows the price of them. He knows the price of them. As in them with them Indian head pennies. You no get them thing with you'll no get them cheap. I know, I've heard through the grapevine, because I was on Dingme Justin's panel, and Dingme and Bella's dad was there. He keeps Dingme, he's contact. There's a few of them that contact him, or he contacts them. Or the other person, or the other one, but it takes a bit, because the last time that I bought stuff off Mama Lou sent them to Phil, and it took us ages to get hold of them, as in the ones that's at Melissa's, as in the 1930s, the 1930 Wheaties. See, I don't like saying bad things about somebody or bashing somebody or thing with telling tales. I try no telling tales, because at the end of the day, some people go on better with others, and some others don't get on with some. It's just the way it is. That's the way it works. It's just that I've got a good system with two or three people. I used to get I used to get good stuff off of. That's what I'm saying. I'm a big BLK numismatic. I used to get a lot of good bits off him. Because that's where I first started getting all that thing with. That's where that originally that silver came for. That's where it all came for, as in that silver stuff. Because that's where the thing with. Because I'm sure, because that Zorro coin, I think, either come off of SG, and I've got stuff that you've not seen, as in its thing with. It was originally off SG, and the notes I was showing, some of them are off SG Mixed Adventures. Some of them, as in the ones that are marked with prices on them, like that Mark one, that note. Some of them come off of SG. I've got other bits hiding, but some of it's not for sale. I got a Disney coin. One with Thingy as in 7 Dwarfs. This one with 7 Dwarfs on it. I've also got one that looks like a it looks like a silver bar, but the way it's done, it looks like a blob. It looks like a blob. It's unusual. It's like it's as if it's as if it's defect. It's got a defect in it, but I'm sure it's got something printed on it. I can't remember what it's got on it. But as I'm saying, the stuff is hiding that I don't show. Some things that I've put away and some people's not seen it. But this is my ink. That's my ink collection. That's mine bits. That's what I said. If it comes in and there's doubles, that's what I'm saying. That if I can't sell it singly, it'll end up in the grab bags because there's a 13. Ball man used to give me into trouble. He used to say you can't talk son and do work at the same time. As in that, he used to tell me in the garage, you've got to get on with. He was gaffer in the shop floor. You got on with work. You can't talk in time. You can't talk and do work at the same time. When you've got work to do, you've got work to go on. There's one that says Zorro. It says Zorro coin on it. Don't ask me why it says Zorro coin. Unless it says on it Zorro coin 1945 S silver. Because it's a 5 nickel. No, I had it because I've. Who is that? Is that it there? You seen this? Is that what they call a magic? Is that what they call a magic coin? It's stamped in two places. It's stamped either side. And it looks as if it's right through the back. As in it looks as if it's done. I know this, but I thought that the Zorro coin, that's exactly what I would have thought. A Zorro coin would have had. That's why somebody's named it Zorro, because he's got black dots as in where he's running about his eyes. Aye. No, I told Scent Hoarder that I wanted a thing with a magic. I would like a magic coin. But it actually looks like as if somebody's punched it as an actual punch. As not further, but If you look at it, it looks gold. Sometimes people ask me what coin do you like, or what coin do you don't, or what coin don't you have? I was like, I would like a magic coin because I've never seen one before. If somebody says about a certain coin, I'm actually want to see it in front of me so I can actually hold it and see it, so I can see what they're seeing. Because sometimes I don't see it. That's what I said to Justin. You need to show me. You need to show me exactly. You need to show me exactly. You need to show me exactly where you can see. Where you can see that. Where you can see that. I didn't see. Just because you're a mud doesn't mean to say. Doesn't mean to say you didn't need to go to bed. You could have went at any time you want. You could have went at any time you wanted. Because there is other mods, but it's probably I probably picked the wrong day. Because the last time when I done a Thursday in the afternoon, they were all coming in and out. I think because it's Monday or Tuesday, but then I wanted to get the mail call done so that I can go on with what I need to do, Andrew, because I need to get that, as I said to you, I need to get on with that I need to go on with that backlog. I need to go on with that backlog, and then I need to start doing that, because I want to get that spin. I want to get that. I want to go into then. I want to go into then the wheat auction. I want to try the wheat auction, as in the wheat auction, see how that goes. We're doing that one that I said, that $1 auction, as in that, but I don't know if I don't want to section the USA lot out, but I want to bring it and put it as UK only. But if the Americans come in, I'm not going to say to them they can't. They can't. So I'm not going to section them out, because that's what I was going to do, was that one first and then do the other one after it, as in the spin the wheel. Because I need to sort out what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping, and then whatever silver I've got left, or if I've got enough silver to make other bags up, because I don't want to be short. I don't want to be short if there's 30 people or whatever that end up in that spin the wheel. I don't want to be short of stuff, because I end up I will be like that. I'll end up as in like a nervous wreck, thinking, well, can I get more? Can I get more of it? Because that was the whole idea. I want to keep bars, but I just happened to. I don't know. It was just a hang me. I saw somebody else wanting that bar, and I thought they'll go another couple of dollars more, and I hang me. I ended up. I says I'll just bid one more time on it, and it ended up it landed to me. It landed to me. But I've got a John Matheson already. And I'm not really worried about as in how low the numbers is in it. But somebody tell me watch the numbers on them, on the John Matheson, because the lower the numbers is in them, as in they become like a limited, as in that it would be like a limited edition, because the numbers are low on it. But I don't know if they mean as in the first three, or whether they mean the last 3 digits. I don't know. But I know that I gave more than what I paid for them last ones that I traded to you. And I'd like to try and get money back for that one, as in thing, because I think all of a paid, but I know silver has been up slightly. I know silver's went up slightly since then, since I got the first ones. I know I don't know what it done me, as in it would be nice to hang me have instead of like, because that's what I done. I took a John Matheson, I took a Perth Mint, and I took that one that you had as well, the one with the heat on it, because it was different designs. Because I was like, I just want one, I want one of each, but that happened to come up, and I don't know what made me. I saw it and I was like, and I had an idea for it. Maybe I was going to use it for a slab or something. I don't know. Maybe I was going to use it for the spin the wheel. I don't know. Don't know. It was one of the nights that I was waiting for stuff coming up or something, and I was like, and somebody else was into it, and I says it's too something. I think I said to myself, it's too cheap at that at what he was at what it was selling it, and it was at Joe's, and I went, I'll try and bring it up a bit, and it ended up the hammer fell on me, and instead of me turning around and saying to Joe, no, I don't want it. Can I trade it for something else? I'm one of these people I don't like causing a big problem, so I just paid for it. But I know what's in the line. I know exactly what's in. I know exactly it's on the invoice sheet for it. I know, Andrew, because it'd be time because that's the whole idea is to get enough silver, but that's what I can't get a hold of. Nobody's willing to sell me in a big sort of a half decent, like a big job lot or whatever. Because I know some of them say, like, when they say as in a bucket, they go into the LCC shop and about a bucket. What it means is that the dealer that's got the shop, the stuff is no to his expectations, which means then that it's at scrap value, which means then that it's only £3 or £4 worth, or $3 or $4 per coin in that bucket. And that's what I'm hoping for. A whole the thing, a job lot that comes up that's at the right money, because if it's a big enough lot, I'll pay strong money just to have it, to ding me for to do that grab back, because I ain't going to do this for 6 months as in the USA coins and then chuck it. I'm not doing it. There's no way. I'm determined that I'm not doing it. I'm not going to jump for ding USC coins into UK coins, and I think I might have sorted the UK thing out. I'm waiting for it'll take about the next 7 days. As I done the thing with whatever it was, I done it online. I phoned the bank up, and I spoke to a bank, but I'm not going to discuss what I said on the phone to them, and they said, "I definite." And they says, if you want coins, and it's better to phone them up beforehand so that they can then have it on hand. That's what they told me. But I have to then put money from one to the other. And when I asked them about it, I says, how do I do an account? They says, do it online. But according to online it's been passed. But it says that thing as in that the card would come in the next 7 days. So I'm waiting to see it. I'm one of these people, I need to believe it to see it. My dad was the same. If you turn around and says to him, I've got coins, I've got something for you, it's going to cost you that, and my old man thought it was worth buying, he'd turn around and say to you, aye. But he would turn around and say to you, I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. It depends if that guy turns up. And he used to say, seeing's believing. And there's many times where he would be let down, or the person when they turn up, as he used to say. So he says, seeing's believing. If he turns up, if he's as good as he was and he turns up, make sure you get the cash ready for the deal. The difference is I don't discuss or I don't disclose how much I've got in my pocket. How much I've got in my pocket. That's my old man turning and says to me, don't disclose that. That's what I said to you. When people turn around and say how much you offering me for it, I don't do that one. Because that's a case of, well, how much are you going to offer me or how much are you going to give me for it? I'll try and get top value for it. Because they feel that because you're desperate for it, you pay as on a lot more. I need to get tidied. I'm like Cornwall. I need to get tidied up. This place is a tip now. I need to get tidied up because I'm going down with. I'm going to lie up. Ha ha ha! Rigged, aye, rigged to you too as well. 710. That's his favourite one. In the rigged, fixed. No, there's no GW the new 710, but you called. That's what I'm saying. You called. Look. You called the bluff. Look, and it's no beer to hang me. And if anybody sees, it's no beer to export. Exporter. The only one I've got in now is dang me. I only had four. I had four tails of Peter Rabbit. I've none left. I gave them dang me. I don't know whether I've gave them away or what happened to them. I already dang me one went to Melissa, another one went to Hidden because Hidden asked me nicely. When people ask me nicely for something, usually I'll accommodate, but then it costs me money to send it shipping and just be like the thing. I had a package gone to as in a certain person and I've shoved the two of them in saying, can you give them to ding me, can you give them to Hidden? I've got marriage that the rabbit no because it's not puddled up because Jemima's puddled up. It's the other one, the rabbit, the lassie rabbit. I know I've got plenty of them because that's what I'm saying. I've took them out and I've sealed them. That's sealed. It's not stapled. That's what I'm saying. You call it dang me. That's what I'm saying. People call my bluff out and I'll do it. Don't call me out. Don't call me out. I don't call my bluff because I don't. It's not. I don't make people make them feel small. If he does, I'm saying you call my bluff and you should see something happen. Because that's what I'm saying. I've been backlogged with stuff. I'm trying to get stuff ready, and sometimes I need that a boot up the back, a boot up the arse. Sometimes I need that boot up the backside. Sometimes I get lackadaisical and then I have the energy in me. I'm like, can't be bothered. I can't be bothered, and that's not the attitude. Sometimes that's not the attitude to have. I can't be bothered. You got to make it happen if you want something to come off, bring me off the ground. Because there's a nice half. It's shown 710. It's shown ding me as mail call that come in. I've done it. I think I've done enough. 3 years is long enough. Time to Hidden says you've run your mouth off for 2 hours. Time to shut down. Bye.